Hell Ranger, 1 versus 5, and this is going to be Velocity Gaming winning TEC Challenger Series.
The clock is ticking down. Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. 3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 3 powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD with ACT as our fiber partner and AFK Gaming as our media partner. I'm CA, your host and caster for today, joined by Apollonia, caster, and Alice. For today, we have the revenge day. For the first set, it's going to be Team VILLAINOUS versus Team TAMILAS in these lower bracket semifinals. How are you doing, Apo?
Oh, I'm feeling great, and this is an extremely exciting match. So happy to be here. So, Team TAMILAS versus Team VILLAINOUS. We're going to go into Ascent for map number 1. I believe it is Team TAMILAS map pick. And this is kind of like a revenge match, almost like both these teams will settle the score once and for all. Because in this lower bracket here in the semifinals, actually, Team TAMILAS were the ones to put Team VILLAINOUS into the lower brackets in the quarterfinals. So both of them meeting here in the lower brackets of the semifinals is just, call it fate, call it destiny, call it whatever you can, but this will definitely show which team will ultimately take the chance to move over to the finals.
Yeah, definitely. I think especially given the fact that for Team VILLAINOUS, the way they lost against TT previously, they won the first map and then proceeded to get reverse swept by TT. So TT always the comeback kings. They pulled it back last time. For VILLAINOUS, like TT are their real villains. They pushed them down to this lower bracket, but they did it in a fashion that was a bit demoralizing to say. Having said that, VILLAINOUS in the lower bracket, they've gone through Exceed and they did it really, really well. And TT, they fell to Far Esports in a very unconvincing fashion going down 2-0. So right now, I feel like VILLAINOUS, they have that extra practice and they have to prove it in map 1 because there's no better way to start it off by taking down TT in their own map and then going to your second map, which you've already beat them in with that advantage.
Indeed, we have seen both these teams go head-to-head on the map Ascent, like you just mentioned previously. And to my knowledge, the scoreline was 13-5 in favor of Team TAMILAS. So if anything, this is VILLAINOUS' chance to kind of, change that and show like, hey, we're not going to lose by a huge margin. We're going to give Team TAMILAS a huge fight.
Definitely, we'll have to see if Team VILLAINOUS can pull it off though. Because now going into game, what I'm really curious about for both sides is if we see any adaptations. For the side of TT, you see a very similar composition to what they're generally used to. Just that standard Phoenix Jet composition with the Omen, Sova, and the Cypher. For the side of VILLAINOUS, you see NXS on his classic race pick, but now going into action directly. CT on the attack, pushing in aggressively onto B side. TT with that flash will take down NXS. Zoid gets that first blood, and TT instantly just flowing into B side. TT wasting no time.
Indeed, and the plant is going down. Team TAMILAS still 5 men strong, and VILLAINOUS just scrambling around. They finally made the rotation. They are going to go for this retake, but they have to approach this round very carefully. On the minimap, you can see the attackers have gone into their post-plant positions. Dark cover just to block away the entrance from B main, and we can see here Vision. Dark cover disappears. He will make that entrance in. Now they've got to watch all angles. The Metal Dog goes down. God will make his way through. Now Zoid with only 2 HP. Gorang takes him down, and so does Vision. And now it's up to a pretty even match. I'm going to take the Hell Boss into consideration, but that's going to be Quake finding the kill onto Stoner. 1v2 situation. Quake just backing away, and the time is ticking. Not enough. And this first round will go to attackers with a successful plant. The spike goes boom. First round for Team TAMILAS.
Yeah, and the fact that TT, they seem to be like, they've come into this match with a plan. They've come into the game with a strategy and they're executing it really, really well. The instant burst onto side B, followed by the flash to get that kill, showing exactly why they choose to prefer duelists like Phoenix or Reyna over the Raze, because the Raze doesn't bring you any flashes, and that's really what the side of Team Villainous is lacking. They, besides the Omen Paranoia, they don't have any flash or eyesight limiting ability of any sorts, and that makes their retake very hard. So they need to make sure that they're not giving up side control on defensive side, because retakes can be extremely difficult for them.
Oh yeah, indeed. And now Team Villainous, they should go into this round in what looks like an eco. Cruiser God here with that shotty, and Rafa just gonna pick up the AWP point to charge up that ultimate. And Team Villainous just sticking to their guns. Stoner does manage to find the first kill onto Cruiser God, and that just screams a little bit more difficulty for the defenders. As we have 1 minute left on the clock, there's Stoner in a shot, but Gorang does get a kill. Zoid finds a double on that Ghost, and Jin will make that spike claim its way onto side. Now NXS, the Sheriff in hand, very much ready, and he gets a headshot onto Jin, but Flex is there to return the kill. Last man standing is Vision with the classic in hand, but Stoner, well-invested Spectre, picking up 2 kills this round especially. That's Team TAMILAS securing the second round.
Team Villainous, that was their eco round. They did a decent bit of damage, and especially NXS with that Sheriff, you know how how good he can be with those one taps gets that. But his team TAMILAS were able to take down that round, make it 2-0. Going into the next round, they don't even have to go for the heavy investment. You can, we'll take a quick look at the scoreboard, see the loadouts for both teams. Because with Team TAMILAS, you'll see very light investments. You see Flex exactly doing that. Flex will end up upgrading, but only Flex and Rafa Stoner upgrading. 2 Spectres being carried over. Means for Team TAMILAS, this is not as much investment as for Team Villainous, who for them this is the full buy round. For them this is the opportunity to make it 2-1, because if not, especially on defensive side, the ditch really does start to get deeper. Villainous not able to hold down onto their site right now because they keep peeking aggressively. We'll have to see if they can stop that or if they just continue doing that.
Indeed, the best way to go head-to-head with your opponents is to, you know, at least keep the score relatively close. That's going to be Cruiser God taking out the drone, but Quake finds first blood onto Stoner. And we see a little bit of a teleport position change there coming up on the side of attack. Rafa here in a shot. Jin will pick up the kill on Cruiser God, and Rafa, he is on site. The spike has made its way. And this is Flex up in Rafters. Team TAMILAS, they have gotten all sides covered. But Gorang there hiding in Winery finds the kill onto Rafa. And there he is. He is looking for his next target. Jin looking in window. Will come into contact with Vision very soon. And he picks up the headshot. Flex under Rafters. 3v2 situation as NXS takes out Jin. Team TAMILAS in a little bit of a pickle. And Villainous definitely wanting to make this round count. Flex very much patient with Zoid. And they're firing away. Zoid picks up the kill on NXS. Quake takes out Zoid and Flex in just in time, and I think they will get this defuse off with some change to spare, and that will be the first round for Team Villainous. On the edge of my seat for a little bit on that one.
Yeah, that would be incredibly close, but what ended up being like the X factor for Team Villainous taking that round down was Quake and Gorong, both just pushing in through A-Long, getting that opening kill onto Stoner, and basically dominating the entire A-Long for themselves. So even though Team TAMILAS, they're able to push into A site, able to get site control, they don't really have anywhere to go, because from the Garden side, they have the rotations from B side coming over from their team, and Long is already taken over by Quake and Gorong. Team TAMILAS just restricted to A site entirely, not able to get post-farm positions, just end up going down. But this is Team TAMILAS' full buy round, so for them this round will be to make sure that they can continue the lead. Team TAMILAS on the attacking side now, they're switching up the strategy. They're looking to spread out completely, get some picks before they commit to any site in particular. Not exactly looking for mid control, just looking to, this is what I like to call the bubble play, just holding down a bubble and hoping it doesn't burst. But Vision with that Bulldog will poke it really hard and take down Flex. That's that bubble gone, and Team Villainous with the man advantage.
Indeed, Team TAMILAS, they do have 2 ultimates charged up on the side of Jin on that Sova and Zoid on the Omen. But it's going to be Quake pulling down that metal door on the A side, just backing away. Vision with only 25 HP. Defenders still do have that slight advantage over Team TAMILAS. 45 seconds left on the clock, and it looks like that it might be a little bit of a rotation here as the Phoenix will carry that spike across the mid court here. Instead of the B-side plant, we are going for a Team TAMILAS. The running back caught by that Phoenix Rafa. He's gonna take down the metal door, get rid of the trap wire, but we do see that the Omen did take him out. Team TAMILAS just put a little pause in their attack, holding the brakes, but they're still gonna slip their way through. Quake and Zoid, 1-for-1 trade coming out. Team TAMILAS still with the man disadvantage. Rafa watching the rafters, and Team VILLAINOUS going very carefully for this retake. Now, not much time left. Stoner is trying to get the spike planted, but Gorag takes him out, and the spike isn't planted at all, and defenders win this round. Gorag with the triple kill to end this off. That was insane. What a round. Team VILLAINOUS bringing the scoreboard very much even.
In their last matchup, Team VILLAINOUS against Exceed, when they were looking to start to falter a little bit, when they reached game 3 and when they needed someone to really step up, it was Gaurang. Gaurang, with that Omen pick, he started to just show his versatility a little bit, has come up huge continuously for Team VILLAINOUS again and again in this tournament, and then doing that here once again, controlling from Garden and making his way onto site to stop the spike plant with the help of the Hunter's Fury from Quake. When that Team VILLAINOUS, this against all odds, they take that round down and they give themselves a chance to take the lead, because Team TAMILAS, now they're going to be forced to the eco round. You can see that Team TAMILAS, I expect them to be going for the eco round this time, because they simply cannot afford to keep taking damaging blows to the economy. Team VILLAINOUS, even though they dropped the first few rounds, they've come back stronger for it, and now on defense they look like they settled into their groove.
Indeed, you know, the question for Gorang has always been, is he just a one-trick Brimstone main? But pretty much you can see that he's going to make the Omen work, and as a very flexible player, right now he's at the top of the scoreboard there with 6 kills. Gorang came in massive there. He was lurking around A-long. He found the kill onto Stoner, who was trying to get the spike planted. And that was just kind of like he was saved by the bell. It was absolutely great. And Team VILLAINOUS now being able to pick up this round, they no longer will be starved out. And yes, Team TAMILAS, they will have to go for this eco. It does look like a little bit of a pause, a bit of tech difficulties here. So not to worry, guys. We'll be back with the action very shortly.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 3. We're back in the action between Team TAMILAS and Team VILLAINOUS. It's gonna be Team TAMILAS on the eco round, and Team VILLAINOUS with all the tempo to boot, looking to take the lead here. Now they use that paranoia onto a shot to delay any sort of push. Works out really well, but they're just gonna choose to back off, not try to get any ground off of it. Team TAMILAS, they're spreading out completely. They're looking to take mid control and then funnel into a 3 members down a shot, 2 members down mid. Team TAMILAS on their eco round just playing it slow and looking to burst into a site and then cause some damage to Team VILLAINOUS.
Indeed, and Team VILLAINOUS definitely coming back with a vengeance. I mean, the last time we saw both these teams, the scoreline was 13-5. That's a pretty huge gap, but I do believe that Team VILLAINOUS might be, you know, new and improved this time, and they are definitely going to give Team TAMILAS a run for their money. Now, Cruiser God on the A side with the cam in place. We can see his cage hanging over the arch. Very good bit of placement there. Definitely will deny this push that Team TAMILAS is looking for. Flex the Blade Storm in hand. You see Stoner running in, but Stoner actually picks up the kill. But Gorang finds one, and so does Cruiser God, and that's going to be a triple. All headshots. Cruiser God not stopping. This is his time. It's on the defensive side. Cruiser God coming in massive, and Team TAMILAS down to just Jin. Eco round, not too much of a loss. They did manage to pick up 2 kills. But Team VILLAINOUS here, that defense was definitely what they needed, and ending it off with a 4K. That will be Cruiser God. Very nicely played indeed. And you can see the economy there for Team VILLAINOUS. They are flourishing, they're healthy, and it's up to Team TAMILAS to try to get this back.
It there's no excuse for not checking that corner where Cruiser Guard was. It's not even like he was behind the boxes and you missed it because of line of sight. Literally just standing right on the right of the entry, just waiting, and they just walk into his loving arms. Cruiser Guard with brilliant trigger control though, making sure he waits till he has everyone in his view and able to get continuous headshots to get 4 kills for himself. All 4 kills on his scoreboard, he got that round. Cruiser Guard coming up huge now. As you said, eco round for Team TAMILAS, so this is the round for them to fight back. They're looking to push in, to be using the run it back by Rafa to push in. The paranoia will help Rafa get the first blood. Flex will return up with yet another. Garang though holding it down from side will get 1. Garang from boathouse will get 2. It's Team TAMILAS who takes side control, but Garang gave Team VILLAINOUS a chance to fight back.
I know exactly where
Team TAMILAS approached this round really quick. It was a full-on fast attack onto site. Spike has been planted. It's down to the last 2 members here on the side of Team VILLAINOUS to try and take this back. 1 attacker stationed in main and 2 on site. Quake will make his way through. He spots Rafa, but he's taken out. Cruiser Guard, last man standing. Will he be able to clutch this? Fires away. 46 HP. He takes down Rafa, and he's looking for his next kill. Cruiser Guard, he takes the double. 15 HP. Last man standing. That's going to be Stoner. Cypher to Cypher. And Stoner will come out on top of that, securing this 3rd round for Team TAMILAS.
Cruiser Guard almost cruised through that retake all by himself, getting multiple kills, but it was Stoner just playing very patient, playing very calm, making sure he's able to use his spy cam in the area, in the site area, and lurking down in boathouse to make sure that Cruiser Guard not able to get that peek onto him, and with that health advantage, Stoner able to take him down, make it even Stevens on the board for both teams. That round especially important for Team TAMILAS because that was their buy round. They need to get that round to sort of stabilize their economy. Now you can see both teams just lacking a little bit in terms of the credit, so this round extremely important for both teams. One thing I'm really curious about is the fact that Zoid and Jin decided to go for light shields, given that a couple members of Team TAMILAS did have the economy to buy them guns. So them going for this shows a lot of confidence to me, but if this doesn't end up working out, it could really backfire. Team TAMILAS, they're switching it up completely again. Very similar strategy to what they did in B, but this time a bit slower, looking to get control in mid and A before they push into Quake, holding down that mid link. Will find the first kill onto Zoid, make it 5v4 for VILLAINOUS.
Indeed, Team TAMILAS, they lose Zoid over there, and that's gonna actually put them in a little bit of a pickle there. But Rafa, he finds the kill on Vision, just even that out, and Jin as well, he chimes in. That's gonna be a double from Flex in A short. Team TAMILAS, they always manage to change the pace of rounds that you would least expect it, and that's gonna be Rafa taking out the last man, NXS, and Team TAMILAS, they find themselves with a 1-round lead. Not much. Team VILLAINOUS, you know, if you're looking at both these teams, I would say, you know, they're really going head-to-head for it, and they are fighting extremely hard. Both teams just, you know, the journey throughout the entirety of the Challenger Series has been pretty different. Team TAMILAS, you know, they did get a little bit of light, but they made it to top 4 in the Series 2. Team VILLAINOUS here, they have been fighting, and this is the furthest that they have ever made it into the semi-finals. So, you know, there's a lot riding on both these teams, a lot of pressure, a lot of newfound territory as well. And I will say that Team VILLAINOUS, they are fitting right in perfectly. It seems like they are prepared, they know what they have to do, and we can definitely see from, you know, the start of this match, in map number 1 especially, that Team VILLAINOUS, they are ready with their plans. They definitely know that, you know, it's going to take a lot to beat a team like Team TAMILAS. Now Flex finds the first kill on XS, and that puts Team TAMILAS in a little bit of an advantage. Vision here with the pistol. Looks like an eco for Team VILLAINOUS, but that's not going to stop the God from finding a pickoff, and Jin will chime in and take down Vision.
Jin with that kill, the neural theft does come out for their side though. Will give away a ton of information. But the spike going down for Team TAMILAS in B side, and with all 4 members there, it's gonna be up to Quake, Garang, and Cruiser Guard on this retake. Cruiser Guard is really low, so I would not be surprised if they just choose to hold down exit frag angles and save because this round is a very difficult round for them to be able to retake. Instead, they're going for the fights. Rafa will take down Gorong. That's one gun already gone, and Cruiser Guard, all he has is this Sheriff Stinger for the side of Quake as well. All you can see one Sheriff. Now Quake will line up that shock dart. That shock dart should get a kill. Does exactly that. Rafa will go down. Quake with his shock darts, he's unstoppable. But it will be Team TAMILAS with their quick burst into side, taking down the round.
Indeed, equal for Team VILLAINOUS, and Team TAMILAS, they secure this 5th round for themselves. And we do see a couple of ultimates on both sides, very much ready. So we can look at both these teams to definitely utilize them for the defenders to try and bring it back up in favor of themselves, and for the attackers to, you know, kind of maintain that advantage.
Yeah, definitely. Especially Rafa's ultimate, the run it back, I'm really curious to see what's gonna happen, because every single time Rafa has had his ultimate, they look for a 5-man insta-rush burst push into side, and I think they're going for just that. Rafa flashing down here, making a lot of noise, the entire team. The run it back will come out, they're going for that insta-burst. Rafa pushing in, will get a bunch of information, will spot out Cruiser God this time, they should be able to take him down. Dashes in, flex, Jin will take down Cruiser God. All of Team TAMILAS now into side A. Multiple members got Quake and Gorong holding down from Rafa, though. Quake with 2, Gorong with 1. Team VILLAINOUS holding strong, expecting this play.
Oh, Quake with the triple kill. Flex, last man standing, 10 HP, and Vision takes him out. But that was a brilliant round from the side of defense. We saw the recon bolt go in, and everyone was just firing away. But what was particularly funny was, you know, Cruiser God, 3 members from Team TAMILAS just gunned him down in the corner, and Cruiser God might have to change his position just a little bit. It's getting kind of predictable, but other than that, Team VILLAINOUS, that was an extremely good round. Great display of teamwork and the usage of abilities to help each other out. So 4-5. This is going to be spicy. It's going to be... It might probably actually reach overtime here, CA. So this is going to be NXS dropping the boom buddy. And he's just going to back away with the nade in hand. Probably toss it in, try to get a little bit of damage. Not going to quite get that just yet. Showstopper in hand and double the satchels. Could look for a flash play. Now Rafa throws in the hot hand just to ensure that no one's hiding in that little house, the little shed. And Vision finds the first kill onto Flex with that operator on the side of defense. Now Cruiser God lurking in market, just going to pop those cages, buy himself a little bit of time. And Jin, he does find a shock dart kill onto Vision. Quake gonna chime in, finds the headshot onto Stoner. NXS as well picks up Rafa, and Team TAMILAS down to only 2 members left. They did invest in this round, Zoid and Jin. It's all up to them to make this count.
Zoid and Jin, the Quake, the Sova and the Omen. Last 2 members standing, but they hold on for too long down at B side, and now that recombo revealing their position, they really have nowhere to go, and with just 30 seconds left, they're either gonna have to hard commit to side B and try to get some picks, or just run for the rotate. It seems like they're gonna do just that. Jin is gonna hold down inside B and try to make as much time as he can for Zoid. Zoid just slowly but surely rotating. I'm not so sure if him doing it this slowly will help them. I think they might just be going for the save here, making the right call perhaps, but I do feel like they could have made a play for A, but they're choosing to make the safe call and just save their guns, understanding the fact that their economy really is hurting after losing that last round. And this round, Jin and Zoid just like, yeah, it's okay, if you're on attacking side, even is a good scoreline for us, so we're just gonna save.
Indeed, and we're back even on the scoreboard here. Team VILLAINOUS and Team TAMILAS fighting for their lives. Just a couple of rounds left here in the first half, and we can at least say that VILLAINOUS in defense and Team TAMILAS in attack, it's a pretty even matchup. Both these teams just fighting so hard. And we do see, you know, a bunch of rifles. Vision will be holding that up once again, and he will be watching from a short, so any pickoffs across courtyard into lower mid, he will be able to find that. And that might just be Rafa, but he's smart enough to throw in that curveball there. But Vision whiffs the shot. Zoid, however, picks up a kill onto NXS, and Quick will find a return kill. And Flex hit a little bit by that shock dart tossed in from the side of VILLAINOUS. We do see an attack going through a shot onto the A side. Seems like Team TAMILAS, they know what they want and they're gonna go for it. Nothing will stop them. Vision here with the arm, not able to find the kill. Cruiser God finds a double. It is almost impossible to attack against this man, but Rafa, he finds the double just to come back. 2v2 situation. Hunter's Fury trying to tag him, and he's just gonna juke out of his mind. Heals back to 93 HP. Gorang finds Flex, and it's all up to Rafa on the side of TT. Villainous, they are coming for the last member standing. Now Spike has not been planted. Rafa, he has the time. He's gonna go for these kills instead. 93 HP, gotta be looking in the right direction, but Quake takes him out with a headshot. Nicely played by Villainous there.
Last round in the half.
Really stepping up for Team Villainous here. 14 kills, 11 kills. This is the Sova and the Omen we're talking about, but this is something we've already come to expect of Quake and Gorong. They're phenomenally consistent players with the way they're always able to execute just simple fundamental plays in the game. Like the way you saw them hold on to their position in the last round. Quake holding a very particular angle, knowing exactly where Rafa is expecting him to come through there, gets that kill. It's going to be Team TAMILAS on the eco round. Actually, it's not going to be an eco round. It's going to be a full buy round. You see, only Flex with the Sheriff, but he's going to be able to compensate for that with his ultimate in the Blade Storm. So full loadouts for Team TAMILAS. Rafa will get a kill onto Quake, but Gorang backing him up will get that return kill, make it 4v4. The Blade Storm for Flex has come out, and you can see Team TAMILAS slowly but surely approaching site A, but they're not taking the spike. They're just looking to find some picks, create some noise before they move anywhere. Now the Cypher ultimate will come out for this side of Team TAMILAS. Team TAMILAS, they have a ton of information, and they're looking to execute onto site A, but no one's carrying the spike, and Gorong is holding it down from Breckman. Team Villainous is looking to make it 7-5. Oh my god.
Gorang with the 4K! Coming in heavy in defense! Last man standing is gonna be Zoid, and Cruiser God finds him. If you're talking about how to defend, you can look at Cruiser God and Gorang, both of them. They pick up multi-kills, and Team TAMILAS, they're struggling a little bit with attacking A site. I have noticed that, you know, they were more successful in securing these attacking rounds on the side of B. So, you know, now it is the side swap the first half, and the 7-5 in favor of Team Villainous. And now we will see how Villainous will pack a punch on the side of attack, and how Team TAMILAS will defend for their lives. Now, you see, both these team comps very much similar, with the exception of the different duelists. I do feel that Team TAMILAS, their composition is very much suited for attack as compared to Team Villainous, but I'm excited to see what they're going to pull off here.
Cover going out.
7-5, and I definitely agree. For Team Villainous, this is a brilliant scoreline already, considering the fact that they went down 13-5, as you earlier mentioned, in their earlier match against Team TAMILAS. Already improving, but Ascent, generally, theoretically at least, considered that defense-sided map. We'll have to see if Team TAMILAS on their own pick can make it work, if they can make a showing the way Gorong and Quake did, and Cruiser God on the defensive side. Now, Dark Cover will come out towards the garden area. Zoid just lurking in it, waiting out any push. The noise will come out for Zoid, and he will give the information to his team. All 5 members onto A. Stoner will get the first kill onto his clone, and Team TAMILAS just holding on from Raptors.
Oh, Zoid picks up the kill. So the Stoner, Rafa, they're all finding kills. Gorang, last man standing. Team TAMILAS, strong in defense as well. Zoid will pick up the last kill. And this first round, the pistol round, ultimately setting the pace for the second half. Team TAMILAS will secure that. So, you know, Villainous there, they did struggle a little bit. I like the way that they attacked, but I did feel that, you know, A shot, they didn't pick up the kill there, and Zoid was just lurking, and he could just, you know, pop out from garden and pick up those kills onto site. So, you know, Villainous, I would like for them to, you know, just cover a bit more angles, but I'll wait for the what you call that, the buy round, to ultimately see how they will do. So this one will be an equal for them. You know what to expect. Now Zoid tagged by the nade, thrown in from the attackers. Rafa firing away, and he's gonna drop the hot hands, but Gorang's gonna rush it with a frenzy, finds the headshot. He's gonna be that entry fragger there, but Jin and Zoid, they both pick up kills. Jin with the double, Jin with the triple, and Flex ends it off. 7-7. Here comes the full buys, and let's see if Villainous will pack a punch here on the side of attack.
Jin just holding it down from the lane, down at B side, getting a triple kill. That was huge for the side of Team TAMILAS, because the way Gorong and Team Villainous rushed into mid. That was a beautiful eco rush. Like, that's exactly what you want to see from a team. Just go and try to surprise the other team. Gorang especially doing it really well in a way to make sure that he's able to bypass most of the molly damage and just get that instant kill onto Rafa and not let him heal up as well. But Jin holding strong, getting that first kill. Now Vision with that Vandal will find the headshot, take down his clone in flex, give Villainous in this buy round an advantage. Rafa, he's pushed up. Villainous though, they're all the way towards A, even from mid funneling into A now, choosing to burst A any moment.
The attackers trying to make their mark here. They have their sights set on A, and Stoner, he will be defending this side. And let's see if he can pull off an amazing defense, just like how Cruiser God did in the first half. Now, Team Villainous, they are on site, and Quake is quick to pick Stoner off. Jin in Raptors, he's gonna get shot at 81 HP. Rafa, he's gonna pick up NXS. Quake has secured the plant, and now the spike is ticking. Last two members for Team TAMILAS. Villainous coming in explosive on the side of attack, and they are very much prepared. Rafa just gonna drop the molly in what is the hot hands. Not gonna tag anybody there, but Rafa has the curveball. He's gonna dash it in. Dodges the flash. That's a 1-for-1 trade for Jin and Vision. And Vision ends it off with a triple kill. That is Villainous. They look so coordinated. Quick attack, quick pickoffs. And that was a really great round for them.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to see from them, because they tried to do something similar in round 1, the pistol round of their attacking half. But the key difference between what they did in round 1 and here was that in round 1, they make a bit too much noise before they choose to burst into sight. This time though, as soon as they make into noise, you see 5 members just funneling into sight together, covering multiple corners. What that does is that it doesn't give the other team enough time to rotate, and gives you that instant man advantage on site, enabling you to get the trades that you want to get and site control. Team Villainous on that buy round coming up huge. Well, Team TAMILAS, they actually made a decent investment last round. So you can see people like Fletch not being able to full buy this round, forced onto a semi-buy of sorts. Team TAMILAS now on the back foot, Team Villainous with the lead.
If anything, Team Villainous, they do look like the underdogs, but Flex and Stoner are going to be the ones to find the first couple of kills. NXS picks up Flex, and he's going to run for his life. The molly's burning, but NXS, he's safe. 3v4, and yeah, I do think that Team Villainous are the underdogs because they've made it so far, and you know, time and time again they've come back to the competition just trying to prove themselves, and honestly they have definitely exceeded a lot of expectations here. So let's see how they will fare here in this 3v4, not in favor of themselves. Cruiser God though will pick up Jin, and there it is. The attack onto B side. Villainous switching it up, not A side any longer. Zoid comes in. Cruiser God secures that kill. He's been playing out of his mind as he tries to run. Rafa catches him by his tail. And 2v2 situation. They could play this out. NXS picks up Stoner. They know where Rafa is. He might just get picked off. Third kill for NXS. And that's Team Villainous finding the 2-round lead over Team TAMILAS. Definitely settling the score here, CA. We know the last time Team TAMILAS, they really dominated Villainous, but you can see here that they are ready to come back and fight. And the question is, what is Team TAMILAS not doing the same? And why are they not showing that same kind of dominance here, CA?
I think with Team TAMILAS, this was an issue even in attacking side. They're starting to get a little bit predictable with their positions and their angles. And you can see Team Villainous, they're constantly communicating which angles Team TAMILAS likely to hold. Even though Team Villainous are on the attacking side, it's them finding those advantageous peaks because of that pre-found knowledge. And now Team TAMILAS on the eco round will just look to get some damage done. Rafa finds some damage, but all he has is the frenzy. And that means it's Vision and Cruiser God each finding a kill. Vision with another, now 5v2. Team Villainous, they're looking for a flawless round.
More than 1 minute left on the clock. Zagor finds Jin. Goran picks up Zoid. And that was a really quick round. Happened in a matter of under 30 seconds. Now Team TAMILAS, they had to make that eco count. And now they're coming in with full buys. But that's going to be double digits for Team Villainous. And to everyone out there, the replay function is not quite working as of now. But don't worry, we'll be back in the second map with it fully functional. We apologize for that. but we will still continue with this game. And it is hot and heated here. Rafa leading his team with a total of 16 kills, Jin just following behind. But Gorang, Quake, and Cruiser God, they are stepping up massive. And you know, usually the duelists are the top fraggers, but not for Team Villainous. They have a different way of playing it, and it's completely fine because, you know, they are in the lead, they're showing the dominance. So if it's working, by all means. And I love, you know, the way that they're making this team composition work. They don't have a flash. I was skeptical about it, but they're showing that if you do combo your abilities, if you do go for a setup with a great amount of teamwork, you can make that happen. That's going to be Zoid picking off Gorang, and that leaves Team Villainous with a man disadvantage here.
Zoid finding that first blood humongous. I definitely agree. For Team Villainous, they're making it work in the sense that you expect that raise. The race coming in instead of a duelist who has a flash, what she does bring to the table are her grenades. While you cannot flash an entry, you can use the grenade to clear out corners when you do entry, and you can see that Team Villainous is doing that very well, showing an immense amount of team coordination and callouts coming from each and every single one player. Now Zoid holding that really nice position down in mid lane. He found first blood, gave Team TAMILAS the lead, and because of that you can see Team Villainous, they're starting to take it. But now they have mid control. They're funneling in from mid market, going into B side. They take down the door, give away the information of where they are. Flex holding down from both house with the off though. Instead it'll be Rafa and Zoid each finding kill. Jin, he gets a couple tags, and Rafa from mid market with that run it back finds his double, makes it 5v1. Team TAMILAS fighting back.
Oh, Rafa with a triple kill to end that off. Team TAMILAS bouncing back. And it's almost like they've kind of figured out how Villainous will approach the rounds. So, you know, the attackers, they got to be a little bit careful for that. But really great round for Team TAMILAS here. And that will definitely put their economy in a much better place. And Flex now, he is investing in that AWP. And you know what happens when Flex has the AWP. All hell can break loose. His aim is so on point. It is just going to be a tough one to deal with. The thing is that, you know, Team TAMILAS now on the side of defense. The AWP is the best time to utilize that. And we can see a little bit of technical difficulties. There it is. We are back here. That was a little bit odd there, CA.
Yeah. Now, 10 to 8, this this pause, it gives us a second to talk about what exactly has changed a lot for both teams since they last met. For the side of Team Villainous, like we saw this from Vision and NXS even in their last series in the low bracket. They kind of don't step up in map 1. They're more map 2 and map 3 heroes. So I'm okay with the way they're doing, because every single time you see the fraggers for the side of Team Villainous not step up, it's, as you mentioned, it's the way their team functions. Gorang, Quake, and Cruiser God, they really do step up hard to try to cover that up, and they're doing that brilliantly right now, making sure they have the lead. For the side of Team TAMILAS though, it's Zoid I have my eye on. He, last round, with him switching up that position down in mid link, he found the first kill. This time he switched up his position again to wait in that Cruiser God 4K position, as I'm going to call it for this map, and he might just be the X factor. We'll have to see if Team Villainous do go to A side. Right now though, they're completely spread out. Both the teams realizing the importance of this round in the tempo of the rest of the match. Both of the teams playing it extremely slow.
Indeed, you know, the competition is tough. This is the lower brackets of the semi-finals, so you can't afford to mess up. It is a double elimination, and both these teams, they've been eliminated once, so this is their very last chance. So Zoid here will be watching a site. Might just make a little bit of a position change, but Vision and NXS both catch him out. The Hunter's Fury used in time. That was a great bit of teamwork. We saw the Hunter's Fury across, and then a peak from Vision and NXS. So that was absolutely amazing. Now, less than 30 seconds on the clock. Team Villainous, they have the 2-man advantage. They're going to go for B side. They created all that ruckus. And Stoner is going to pick up Vision, who was lurking here on the A side. Not too good for Villainous at all. Team TAMILAS, they could still try to take this one back, and Quick will get that plant secured. We do see a little bit of, you know, strategy there from Villainous, creating the noise and then changing up their position. But will it work against this retake here? Now they've got to defend for themselves. 4v3, they should have have it all together, but you know the force to be reckoned with Team TAMILAS. They are gunning, they are out for blood, they are nicknamed the Comeback Kings, but is this their rightful moment as Jin takes out Quake? NXS did find a showstopper kill, Jin onto site, but Gore and Cruiser God both find kills in time, very much ready to step up and face Team TAMILAS. That's going to be 11 points for Team VILLAINOUS, looking so strong here in map number 1.
They're so strong and so coordinated. Because
Exactly.
the biggest issue for Team Villainous in that round was that all of them were just sort of clumped into side B with not enough place for them, for every single person to get the post-plant positions. And then they used the ultimates from the Raze and the Omen to perfection to just sort of spread out. Garang first, you see him, he TPs towards the CT long side in B. And then NXS following up with an ultimate to the same side, clearing up stoners so that Garang can come back into sight from that angle, making sure that Team Villainous have the space to just swarm in onto Team TAMILAS and properly utilize their man advantage. Team Villainous now making 11 to 8. Team TAMILAS, this is going to be the last buy round. They cannot win this round, so they need to make sure to do that. But Quake finding the first kill, Rafa finds the return though, and now you can see Team TAMILAS all rotating towards A. Zoid will find one more. Team Villainous, so they're still choosing to commit to A. They're not making the rotation to B. This could be their death sentence.
Indeed, Team TAMILAS, they know what to expect now, and taking down 2 members of Villainous, they definitely can look for a little bit of a comeback here. Cruiser God just gonna lurk in A long at the entrance to A side. Now this is Flex holding the angle, watching for backstabs here with the AWP, and Jin just gonna toss in a shock dart, and the spike has been planted. Villainous has fully committed, but Rafa will find a triple kill. He's gonna take his team back, and that is a 4K for Rafa. Last kill on the Cruiser God with 32 HP left to spare, all abilities still up. Team TAMILAS, they will get this defuse off and secure themselves the 9th round. It's so back and forth here. And do you think Team TAMILAS has what it takes to bring it into potentially overtime or at least even on the scoreboard? Because Team Villainous power here, the dominance is just massive.
I know, but like, when it comes to a question of Team TAMILAS and comebacks, I'm just like auto.
Oh yeah.
Because it's Team TAMILAS, right? You expect them to be able to do it, but at that same time, it's, as you said, Team Villainous, like, they look so much stronger. And I think a key reason for that is they came into this match with a lot of preparation. They've gone back, they've looked at the wards of the way Team TAMILAS plays, the way they can be exploited, the way Far Esports beat them 2-0, and they're replicating a lot of those things in their own way. You can see the way Garang likes to lurk on one side before committing to the push that his team is going, understanding that Team TAMILAS, they generally like to have at least one man come on the wraparound, and Garang doing that has sort of just shut that down for Team TAMILAS. Team TAMILAS, they're not able to play in that comfort zone they like, and that's exactly what Team Villainous is doing perfectly, making sure that Team TAMILAS don't have their like ideal scenario, their ideal battleground, meaning that Team Villainous, they're like, hey, this is what we wanted. When you're not in your comfort, that's when we are at our best. And now Team Villainous with that 11-9 lead. Having said that, Team TAMILAS, they needed to win that last round to make sure their economy was stabilized, and they did just that. Rafa with 23 kills, leading the charge for Team TAMILAS. The first ever time we saw a comeback for Team TAMILAS, it was on the backs of Rafa on the Reyna. Now Rafa on the Phoenix, can he make it happen? We'll have to see.
Oh, indeed. And as this game progresses, it just gets even juicier. Now that's going to be Zoid, and here's NXS. Just going to drop the... No, he's going to keep the Boom Buddy there and emerge from that dark cover. But Team TAMILAS, they've got to expect the unexpected, because Villainous, you know, they take their time, they do these surprise attacks in very well coordinated fashion, and especially, you know, when they do have their ultimate, it's going to be pretty hard to stop. But there's going to be NXS here lurking in courtyard, waiting for the right opportunity, and Team Villainous just taking it a step at a time. Patience is key. Catch your enemies when they're not exactly attentive, but hey, the pressure of the competition is so high as Team TAMILAS, they're just going to retreat deeper into defenses, and we do see Villainous making a move here onto the B site. Vision might be the first one in. There's only one defender on B. We do see that Team TAMILAS are lurking closer to A. Rafa just making his way back. Flex here, watching the mid area just to maintain that control. And this is gonna be
30
Rafa just
seconds
waiting
left.
by the side, gonna pop that ultimate. Here's the attack from Villainous, and Rafa sprays, he picks up NXS, but Vision's gonna take out Jin. And Team TAMILAS, 4 members left, they're gonna go for the retake as Kuzagod has successfully planted that spike. And now, 3 members on site, 1 in B main for the attackers. Now Team TAMILAS, the Blade Song in hand for Flex. He dashes in, he's looking for his target. Not gonna find one just yet. And he suspects Quake is there, but Quake takes him out with that headshot. Team TAMILAS down to 3 members. Quake gonna toss in that recon dart. He's gonna be caught off guard by Stoner. And it's a 3v3 even playing field. Kuzagod, patience is key. Rafa and Gorang 1-for-1 trade. Rafa manages to burn Vision there. 28 HP for Kuzagod. He spots out 2 with that neural theft. Zoid takes out Gorang. It's a 1v2 situation. Villainous might just lose this round. As the spike is being defused, Zoid secures the last kill. Does he have the time? It's a clutch coming out from Villainous as they secure match point. What a round, SCA. What a round.
It was beautiful from Team Villainous. They hadn't gone for
Oh,
the beat
yeah.
burst yet. So choosing to do that at that point was extremely key because they had the knowledge that Flex with the op likely holding down either mid or the angle from A into mid, meaning that if they go for the beat burst, they avoid the op altogether. What could have ended up being their downfall though was the running back from Rafa. Jin with the recon bolt, he spotted out 4 members, and then Rafa with his flash, he flashed more than 3 members. But the fact that all of them turning together to take down that clone meant that even with the running back, Rafa only got 1 kill, and Team Villainous, they were just able to instantly flow into B site, get the spike plant, and then get the post plant positions in. Even though they were really low on health, they just delay for as long as possible, and by about 5 to 6 seconds, they're able to just win that entire round. Team Villainous doing beautifully. Gorong with 20 kills, leading the charge for his team now. Team Villainous though, for them, I think that round did end up hurting their economy a little bit. So Team TAMILAS, they have some breathing room given the fact that they will be able to afford full buys. But it's about making that breathing room work for 3 more rounds because that's what Villainous have. They have 3 match points for themselves.
Oh, Team TAMILAS definitely walking on thin ice here. Map number 1 looks so close yet so far. You know, gaining a total of 9 rounds and to, you know, miss it by a few rounds, you know, it's kind of heartbreaking. But Team Villainous, they were overall just more consistent. And it's such a treat to see because this is settling the score. This is the revenge match. They've met each other once in the upper bracket of the quarterfinals. Team Villainous was pushed down. And now Villainous has fought their way They have fought their way back up all the way, and now they're meeting Team TAMILAS. So, if anything, we can see that Villainous, they don't want to lose a second time. And Team TAMILAS, they've got to anticipate just a little bit more. And Rafa with 25 kills is actually really impressive there. That's just a lot of frags. I mean, you know, he's a killing machine. Just his aim is insane, and you know he's able to put Team TAMILAS in a relatively comfortable spot. But if you were to look at, you know, just all of the kills across Team Villainous, it's almost like each member of, you know, the attacking side, they kind of there's not just one person that's carrying. It's kind of like everyone's pulling their own weight. And sometimes you might need that, you know. Sometimes you can have one person in the spotlight, but, you know, it's better to have an overall team that's just a lot more consistent because you will see the results show. And definitely here for Villainous, we can see this 3-round lead. 1 more round, and they will secure map number 1 for themselves. Now, as we move in, Zoid here will be watching A long, and Vision is just right around the corner. Does place a really good dark cover there. Can definitely play a few mind tricks with your opponents. He does have his buddy right next to him. And Vision spots his foot, fires at him, but takes out Flex instead. Then Zoid just bait his buddy. That's going to be a double for Vision. And they are going to look to attack the A side very likely. But no, Villainous is going to play the mind games. They get that huge advantage at A, but they're going to go for B instead. And that is what you call strategy. Stoner will pick up 1 just to help out his buddies there. Will open the cam, but Vision picks up the 3rd kill. Vision going mad. He wants to secure this last round for Team Villainous, coming back with a vengeance. Gorang's on site with Kuzagod. He's gonna plant that spike, and we see the last 4 members. They've got to do something about this. Rafa, he's gonna split up from Jin, make his way through market. and onto platform. Wake just lurking in B main, his favorite spot. Villainous always taking up these positions. You know that they have definitely rehearsed this, and Quake just gonna miss them by a bit. Jin picks up Quake, Rafa picks up Putagon, 2v2, Gora thanks Rafa. Jin takes down Gorang, and it's down to a 1v1. Vision secures that kill, and that is gonna be Team Villainous picking up map number 1 in this lower bracket of the semi-finals. What a game. The first map packed with so much action. Team Villainous, they were the comeback kings this time.
Right, definitely. I think you said it best because Rafa, you see, even though he picks up the MVP with that 331 ACS, it was Team Villainous in every single situation where they needed to make sure as a team they were covering each other's backs. They did. It's as you said, they seem to just have this rehearsed idea of sorts, and the fact that they're able to pick up their away map on Ascent, make it 1-0 on the board, it puts a lot of pressure onto Team TAMILAS now. That was map 1 between Team Villainous and Team TAMILAS. Team Villainous 13-9, make it 1-0, put a ton of pressure into Team TAMILAS going into map 2, which is Villainous' own home map, to try to pull it back. We're going to go set up for map 2 really quick, but in the meantime, make sure you check out the links in the description below for some massive discounts and sales on the LG monitors. A second for you to upgrade your peripherals, perhaps. Series 4 registrations are also open, so I'm sure whichever team here does end up dropping out of the lower bracket will rush to that, and make sure you join them there with your buddies. Make sure you're up for that Series 4. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. We're going to go set up for map 2 really quick and be right back with the action between Team Villainous and Team TAMILAS in the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 3, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Baby, And we don't need to do the things we don't wanna do. Baby, while we're young, baby, while we're young.
Hell Ranger, 1 versus 5, and this is going to be Velocity Gaming winning TEC Challenger Series.
The clock is ticking down. Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done
Attackers
it.
win.
3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 3, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD, with ACT as our fiber partner and AFK Gaming as our media partner. I'm CA, your host and caster for the day, joined by aggressive caster and analyst, and we're here for map 2 between Team Villainous and Team TAMILAS. Team Villainous in their away map took down Team TAMILAS 13-9, and in this next map, they're looking to finish off the series 2-0. How are you doing, aggressive? What do you think is going to happen?
I'm the weather a bit more than usual, and thank you all for sticking by, because the first match I was watching it from the sidelines and it was so good and so intense. Nice strike from the side of Team TAMILAS. They pulled hard and they tried their hardest to come back against Team Villainous, but as you said, CA, we were looking at Revenge Day, and Team Villainous, they're bringing the entire horde and they're rampaging forward, trying to tear apart Team TAMILAS for pushing them into these lower brackets.
It's definitely looking like they're a team prepared now. We'll take a look at the map screen, see what we've got for map 2. It is going to be Bind. Bind picked up by Team Villainous. This is also the map, the only map that Team Villainous originally won on in their series against Team TAMILAS. They won 13-10 in that previous series. Now, Villainous, they've already won Ascent, a map that they previously lost. Going into their own home map on Bind, they should look really comfortable. But I say should because we're talking about Team TAMILAS here, the comeback kings, and anything is possible when it comes to Team TAMILAS.
Team TAMILAS, though, on a map of Bind, we all know how dangerous Team Villainous is when it comes to the map of Bind. And they historically lost quite frequently when it comes to this map. And Team Villainous having the upper hand with a lot more of their strategies built around this specific map. Team TAMILAS, they need to bring a lot of the firepower and they need to step up even further. This is a do or die situation. They're going to get kicked out of this tournament, and I do not believe that they want to. They want to move forward. They want to go back and take out the competition to be crowned the new champions. But to be crowned the new champion, you need to first get through Team Villainous. And on a map of Bind, that is going to be one of the more difficult ones to boot.
What's really curious for me is the fact that Team TAMILAS, they've run back that exact same composition, player to player, agent to agent, Team TAMILAS with no change, believing that they just made small mistakes and they want to run it back. For the side of Team Villainous, though, a small change coming out. Of course, you expect the Garang change, him switching from Omen to Brimstone, but NXS from Raze to Reyna, I'm going to keep my eye on that. I think he can absolutely pop off and dominate, or end up just having a famine game and not being able to impact whatsoever. Now, it's going to be Team Villainous on the attack, Team TAMILAS on defense. Team TAMILAS, they do their signature 3-man stack down B, and that's exactly where Team Villainous is approaching. Now Team Villainous, 5-man just waiting for their utility to come out before they approach. NXS now pushing into side, has the information of where Jin is, looking for the kill onto Jin inside of the Cruiser God, finding one. Zoid finds one back though. NXS will find that kill onto Jin down at elbow. Uses the intangible, not the heal, which will mean he's still left at 22 HP. Team Villainous, they've taken control of side B and they have the man advantage.
They have a man advantage going into a 4 versus 3 scenario. The plan has still not gone down. Quake takes another one onto Zoid. This is
30
2
seconds left.
versus 4 moving forward in this one. And the plant, he's still got to be chilling. And I think that, oh no, Grong on his signature Brimstone, he's not going to be there. There was a disconnect. And this is just going to hurt them so much. Team TAMILAS, they're able to take it down to a 1 versus 2.
TAMILAS able to
One
make it
player
2v1
remaining.
at this stage. Stoner
10
finding
seconds left.
NXS. and Gorong facing a small technical issue. You can see he just DC'd right there. I mean, it's Team TAMILAS taking down this Ashin. Flex will find Gorong. He'll be like, wait, one headshot didn't kill him? He must have had a shield. Let me use the other one. Take him down. Team TAMILAS able to make it 1-0. Now, we will be going to the pause for a little bit to see exactly what happened. And for me, what I'm really curious about is this NXS pick in Reyna, because one of the biggest issues we had with Team Villainous' comp last time was the lack of a straight up flash coming out for their side. Now, when they switch from the Omen and Brimstone, they acknowledge that to themselves. They're like, guys, the only thing close to a flash we had was Paranoia. If Gorong is gonna play Brimstone, we need a flash. So Reyna makes a lot of sense to me.
It does work out. And on the map of Bind, where the map is a lot more close quarters, and you know for a fact, I say that Reyna's much more of a close quarters agent compared to a long range agent, because she can use the dismiss, she can reposition herself and go in for the next engagement, take a heal, jiggle around a corner, still be able to take the tether, take the heal, and not really give up a lot of information of where she's gonna be. And NXS, he always comes on top when it comes to a lot of the close range engagements. So I love seeing him on the Reyna, but without the raise, like normally when we think about NXS, we always think about that raise, we always think about that jet, and now he's bringing out the Reyna. We need to see him step up, go in for those frags, and make sure that Team TAMILAS, they do not even have a chance to counteract what he's going to be bringing down to the table.
Yeah, we'll see exactly what NXS is able to do, but for now, we'll take a small break, investigate exactly what happened to Gorong in that technical issue, and help the teams restart the match ASAP. While we do that, make sure you check out the links in the description below for some massive sales. Make sure you like, share, subscribe for your chance to be here for those important Valorant points giveaway that you can participate in, and we'll just be real quick. And after we investigate the technical issue with the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 3.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. make the most of this night. Come on, baby, take my hand. And we don't need to do the things we don't wanna do. Baby, while we're
We're back, ladies and gentlemen, with the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 3, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD, with ACT as the fiber partner and AFK Gaming as the media partner. We're back into action in the game between Team TAMILAS and Team VILLAINOUS. Team TAMILAS, they were able to pick up that pistol round for themselves, and for Team VILLAINOUS, this will be an eco. Team VILLAINOUS looking to rush in. Zoid on it, and the judge takes down 2 Jin with the Spectre will take down 2 as well. Quake will find that shock dart kill onto Zoid, but Zoid with that judge, oh boy.
Oh my god, it's for the big play with the shorty, but after those shorty nerfs, he's gotta be feeling it, and Jin has to buy new armor in the next round, but Zoid, being the judge, being the jury, is able to just mow down the entirety of Team VILLAINOUS, taking it to a 2-0 scoreline. But our good old trusty Brimstone is back in the name of Gorong, and they do have the potential on their side to go forward in a lot of these go forward in this match and still win it out. This is going to be the gun round coming out from the side of both teams, and Team TAMILAS, they're looking strong moving forward, but they did not have Gorong initially, and seemingly Team VILLAINOUS had that pistol round under their bag, but due to all technical difficulties, they're not able to get through with it. But let us see, will they have that dominant performance moving forward? We're going to be seeing 2 people slowly walking up towards the B side, but no hookah control has yet to be hookah control is yet to be established, with Zoid holding it down with his judge sitting in the back right corner. Slowly moving towards this A side is the entirety of Team VILLAINOUS, and they're looking to execute. Stoner trying to spot out anyone with his camera, still has found no one sitting out on the shower angle, but may spot out a lonely little Jin slowly moving forward. But no team is really giving any information up. NXS does try to take first contact, goes to the TP, and it's a rotation call for the entirety of Team TAMILAS to go forward.
The buy round for Team VILLAINOUS, and they're looking to execute onto side A in this buy round. The smokes come out from Gorong, but Stoner holding strong down at Shovels will find 2 kills onto Gorong. NXS Flex with the op will take down Crucigar, and while Vision found a return kill, it's 4v2 for Team TAMILAS. Make that 3v2. Quake being huge, finding a kill onto his clone on Jin. Now Flex with the up will miss that shot, and Quake will go for the plant. Vision stepping up, Vision holding it down, instead will get taken down by Rafa. Zoid gets taken down by Quake from heaven, and that will be a defuse for Team TAMILAS. And Team TAMILAS, they did not have to invest heavily into this round. All they did really invest was the Operator and a Phantom. The rest of their members carrying the Spectres, meaning Team TAMILAS, they come away from this round with a huge economic advantage.
With a huge economic advantage, and they're cementing that advantage moving forward into this match. Team VILLAINOUS, they looked so strong and so potent going out for those rotation plays, but they really did not think that Stoner is just going to be sitting on that angle for that long, and Stoner catching NXS and Gorong off guard, trying to go in through the shower angles. Just made sure that there was no way that they could have won the round, making it a 3-0 scoreline moving forward. It's going to be another eco round for the side of Team Villainous. They do have the sheriffs in hand though, so a lot of money has been spent in a way, but still they will have enough due to the loss streak bonus moving forward from their lost rounds. But Team Villainous, if they're going to be wanting to break into a lot of these sites, flashes need to be used more often. NX is being a bit more stingy than I would like him to be when it came to the flash usages. Just using the Reyna flashes, throwing it out there, does do a lot in the long run. Try to create some pressure, alleviate it from your team, make them shoot the eye. All of those need to be coming into consideration. There's going to be another pause timer moving forward, probably some strat calling, probably some technical difficulties, but still, let us talk right through this. CA, I'm going to ask you this. What would you prefer, what would you say is much more powerful on a map such as mine? Would you prefer the Phoenix or would you prefer the Reyna? Because both teams have two sides of a coin.
I mean, I think me, if I was playing, I would prefer the Phoenix because the Reyna is just so much pressure to like continuously frag out and be able to get the soul devours. Because Phoenix, even if he's not able to get consistent frags, he has so much utility. He has the firewall, he has the molly, which regenerates upon kills, and he has the run it back especially, which even if you can't get frags with, just gives your team this battering ram sword to enter the site. Having said that, for me, Reyna is like, it's what I would want Team Villainous to go forward with, because we've seen how explosive a player NXS can be. I think Reyna definitely suits his playstyle more than the Phoenix when you want to hold on. Rafa holding down that thread of an angle will take down Go Wrong, get a bit of tag onto the other player in NXS as well, and now going for the duel, it's NXS who gets tagged down. Rafa holding strong in B long makes it 5v4 for Team TAMILAS.
Says though comes in hard with his trusty old sheriff to take down Rafa. The Soul Devourer is on his side. The guns are to their name. 2 versus 3 scenario for there, and the guns are present though, so they have a really good chance of moving forward in this round. NXS wanting to stick with the sheriff, gives Cruiser got his Phantom to just try and save it out, but they're wanting to go in for this. They want to make it the play. But the trap wire, they don't know it. But this is another ringer on the Rosie. He's gonna be able to take off another gun. Spectre in hand, upgrades the Phantom, but they don't know that the Zoid is lurking in the back corner. He has his gun ready, able to take him out. NXS though takes the Devour. He needs to try and go for this plan. 34 seconds remaining on the clock. Yeah, goes for the flank. Flakes it.
30 seconds left.
He's gonna opt to go for it. He does not know where Flex is. He's just gonna be chilling it out. Spots out the gun barrel. And Flex, he's in such a bad scenario. He's probably gonna get caught out. But Stoner, he's sitting it out. And he is able to find it, ladies and gentlemen. The trusty old Cypher comes in hard. And Team Villainous just seemingly got cheated out of that round by sneaky Stoner sitting at spawn. And Flex being the bait on the jet, it seems.
I mean, that's exactly why I was saying for a player like NXS, I prefer him being on the Reyna, because this was the eco round for Team Villainous, and NXS comes so close to just being able to pull off that thrifty round for his team, a thrifty clutch no matter. But Stoner, ever the calm Cypher, just playing it extremely slow, backing up, waiting for NXS to really show himself before he commits to a fight. Stoner able to take NXS down, make it 4-0 for Team TAMILAS. And while that round really hurt their economy, what does help their economy is the fact that they're on a 4-0 win streak. So Team TAMILAS, they're just looking comfortable, looking strong. Flex now holding down with the operator down on a short there, exactly where you can see a peek coming out. Flex will miss that off shot, blinded by the Reyna Lear. Finds the second one onto NXS though. Down goes that Reyna, makes it 5v4 for Team TAMILAS.
5 versus 4 and moving in with the disadvantage. Flex comes in again from the top side. He's bringing it downhill for the entirety of Team Villainous with that operator to his name. Cruiser got takes down 1, but he's already in the grinder with Flex Kid taking on a 4K. This operator player is so good and so true. He does not miss, and when he does miss, he will come back with a vengeance to take you out with that next shot. 4 bullets, 4 kills. Flex is on fire.
No. Flex 7 kills to his name. The operator from round 3 coming up huge. Team TAMILAS, this is not their map. This is Team Villainous' map. But Team TAMILAS, they look extremely strong, and rightfully so, because on Bind especially, you expect the defense team to be able to come out on top, given the fact that you don't have multiple angles to hold. Team TAMILAS using the operator and the Cypher to perfection, making sure that only 2 members need to hold down A, therefore being able to stack the smaller site in B with a triple agent lineup. Now, you see for the side of Team Villainous, they're making a bunch of noise, and NXS with that Lear will give out his position, but will find the first kill onto Zoid with that headshot. Zoid, while he was first to the trigger, he is now first to the head. NXS first to the head gets that first kill now. The neural theft will come out for the side of Team Villainous, give away the positioning of all of Team TAMILAS, and using that information, they're looking to burst into B. Running back comes out from Rafa. Rafa pushing in aggressively, will not find anyone just yet. Finds Gonong, not able to take him down though. Finds Vision and NXS. Rafa with 2 kills, using that running back to perfection.
He used that running back so well, and he's gonna catch out Gorong, taking 3 kills to his name. Rafa looking so good. Ultragear not able to hit that shot. It's gonna get taken down, but Quake comes in massive with both of those headshot deagle kills. This is the eco round for the side of Team Villainous, but they're dealing so much
30
damage.
seconds left.
2 members for their side remaining. Stoner trying to do something with the Marshall, but he's not gonna be able to find out on one onto Flex. They need to try and get this bomb, but it's just sitting out in the open. Jin probably thinks that the bomb is in the hands of Cruiser God, but he goes in for the sneaky flying, able to take out one, and he's finally able to take out another. Defenders winning out the round, 6-0 for the side of Team TAMILAS, and the revenge story is probably gonna continue, ladies and gentlemen. 6-0 with a dominating fashion. Team TAMILAS, they're just controlling Team Villainous's map.
See, the thing is, if we just forget maps for a second, if we forget like the situation both teams were in for a second, and just look at pure stats, pure score lines, when these teams first met, Team TAMILAS, Team Villainous, in map 1, Team Villainous took down Team TAMILAS 13-10. In map 1 here, Team Villainous took down Team TAMILAS 13-9. In map 2 though, Team TAMILAS came out huge and were able to take out Team Villainous 13-5 in a similar dominating fashion. Team TAMILAS, it just feels like they're map 2, map 3 heroes, sticking true to their name of Comeback Kings. But now, Vision making that investment into the op, looking to turn things around for his team, will find a kill onto a very aggressive Rafa. Flex though will take down his clone and the fellow operator, make it 4v4 on the map. Team TAMILAS in the second map, when the stakes get extremely real, when the stakes get extremely high, they just thrive.
They thrive in the chaos, ladies and gentlemen, and that is so true. 6-0 is the scoreline moving forward in the map, and they're looking to try and force out onto this A side, but with the 3 members just chilling out, spotting out as much as they can. Go on with a trusty Brimstone, but the smoke does not rain true. Finds a gap in the smoke, able to find one. Flex spots out another, but the spam coming out from Cruiser God is probably gonna be enough. Reina, blind has been used. Flex
30 seconds
using the
left.
Blade Storm, pops it out. Quake finds one on the Stoner from the side though with his shock dart, but 3 versus 3 scenario, and they need to try and go back into this TP. Flex using a lot of his knives, needs to find one more, but Quake, he's just waiting it out. He's gonna be the lurker for their side, and Flex, he's probably gonna come out on top, taking another
10
one.
seconds
3
left.
kills on
Spike
3 kills for Flex coming out on this operator. Spots at one into hookah, spots at one inside of the tin box. This is a 2 versus 3 scenario moving forward into this fight. Spots out one, but Jin comes out on top to take him out, and Jin with another one comes in massive, as Team TAMILAS are able to take another defensive round. 7-0 is the scoreline moving forward, and CA, it seems like Team TAMILAS, they want to close this out quick.
I'm a little flabbergasted. I think that's the right word. I'm a little flabbergasted by this team in Team TAMILAS. Like, it just honestly feels like you need to light a fire, like put them on a pan and then light a fire onto that pan, make that pan searing hot for this team to really come out on top. Because normally when the scoreline is 0-0, Team TAMILAS like, yeah, no problem, we'll drop a map and then we'll come out just looking extremely strong for it. This is not Team TAMILAS' home map. This is Team Villainous' home map, but the scoreline is 7-0 because Team TAMILAS, they understand the stakes, and Flex with the operator is unstoppable. Flex gets the opening kill now. Vision with the Sheriff will get another one.
Oh
Flex
no,
gets
oh
another.
no, oh no.
Protection. Oh my god, makes it 4-3 for Team TAMILAS.
Flex, they need to try and do something against this dude, because how do you counteract an operator player of his caliber? He's getting 3 kills every single goddamn round. Gorong finally able to shut him down, and Quake coming in with the shock darts trying to find some kills, but he is just gonna be the only little Sova being left with his trusty old Brimstone. But that is pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen, and that could be enough. 2 versus 2 is the scenario moving forward into this fight. Rafa gets taken down, and Quake, he's coming on massive, but Jin has something to say about it. Gorong, he is making the huge flag. He is coming in. The cat and mouse story has begun. And Team Villainous come out on top with Gorong with a sneaky flank. The trusty old Brimstone coming out tried and true with Quake at his side. Quake being able to take out 2 is so massive to turn it in the favor. And Team Villainous, they're able to take that 1 round. And the comeback begins, ladies and gentlemen. Or will Team TAMILAS be able to hold strong and close out the first half in a very dominating fashion?
Go ask Quake if he switched his breakfast cereal in Series 3. Because Quake has been consistently one of the best players on Team Villainous without a doubt. And that goes for a lot because all members on the side of Team Villainous obviously top class players. Quake though 1 step above, consistently making sure that his team have a fighting chance. Quake pulling that round back for Team Villainous, and then with the help of Gorong, finishing up, making it 7-1. Team Villainous now with just 4 rounds to go in this half. They need to find at least 3 of those rounds. 4 would be amazing if they can get it to 7-5. We'll see if Team Villainous is able to do that, or if Team TAMILAS just come out stronger, having dropped a round. Now, you see Villainous, all 5 members towards A. They're looking to push A, but they're looking for a slow push. They're trying to find a pick before they execute and burst onto site. Vision with the operator peeking down heaven, trying to find Flex. But Flex, he's holding down from elbow. Flex will make a peek and he will find the kill. He's like, let me show you how to do it. Now, NXS just runs through the trap line. Will give away information of where he is. Rafa holding it down. Does not find a kill just yet though, and it's going to be Quake. Quake ever so consistent finding that kill. Now Quake pulls out the Hunter's Fury to clear out lamps. Will not find a kill, but will enable his team to push onto site.
30
3
seconds
members
left.
of Team Villainous on site. It's 4v4.
Oh my! This trusty operator, he comes in so massive, tries to pull out the flamethrower, but Quake, he has something to say instead. Be like, boy, you gotta sit down. I have a gun in hand and the Phantom. I'll show you how much better it is compared to the operator, taking out 3 members away from the side of Team TAMILAS, and he is looking strong, ladies and gentlemen. Jin trying to go in for the shock dart plays. Knows for a fact that there is Cruiser God sitting in the back lane, but with NXS having the operator does get taken out by the hands of Zoid, but Quake, he's looking to ace it out, but Cruiser God is not gonna give it to him, taking out the last remaining member, ladies and gentlemen. And such a well-played round coming out from Quake, ever so consistent indeed. He is coming in massive. And that is what you want to see from a team who have their backs against the wall. One player needs to show up, and of course, they're shooting for my magic number being 7-5.
I think 7-5 is just like the general understanding that it's very easy to pull back from, given the fact that if you win the pistol round, you get a chance to make it even. I think for competitive teams especially, the 8-4 scoreline in defense-sided maps can be ended up being the basic limit as to what you can give, because 9-3 and 10-2, you suddenly start looking at the pistol round as more of your deciding round rather than just a tempo round, which means now it was Team TAMILAS were on the back foot a little bit. Team TAMILAS were able to constantly just get pushed back by Team Villainous, and Team Villainous, a resurgent Team Villainous on their home map, starting to look much stronger. For the side of Team Villainous, you see almost full buys all around. Just Vision with that Sheriff not being able to afford the assault rifle. Now, Team Villainous, they're looking to switch it up. They're looking to play it slow, and they're pushing down B. Once again, they did this strategy similarly on A side last round. A slow push into a fast execute, burst onto site. That's exactly what they like. Now the Lear will come out and that'll enable their push. But Rafa holding down will take down Gorong. Will spot the spike for his team. NXS finds the return kill. But with that spike spotted, all information of Villainous's push having gone down. But this is where I want to point out Team TAMILAS' discipline, because only only Stoner rotates to B, they understand that a TP play very likely, if not already happening. The rotation's very, very likely, and the need to cover rotation is very, very important. 2 members at A, 2 members at B. Team TAMILAS making sure they do not do unnecessary rotations, just holding down the fort.
We are gonna talk about. We talk a lot about Team TAMILAS and their discipline play. Rafa trusting his team so much
30
that
seconds
he
left.
legitimately solo held B, and he just stood there. It was a 2 versus 4 scenario, and he just stood at B for the entirety of the entire match. And entirety of the entire round, and he just stood there. That is the level of trust that every single member of Team TAMILAS have on one another. And just as I say it's gonna be a fast execution. And Flex, he trusts his team too much, and I can't tell you this over and over again. This is why Team TAMILAS is one of the biggest contenders to be crowned the champion in this TEC for the Challenger 3, for the Series 3. Sorry. Moving forward, and Zoid, he just takes 2 more kills in the defensive half. They're just looking so much stronger. Uthergod is able to take down Flex, but Zoid answers back immediately, spots him out to take him down. 8-2 is the scoreline, and the spike defuse is going to be going through. And Team TAMILAS, they are resurgent, and they are such an amazing team when it comes to these coordination plays, coming in with those disciplined plays. And they're showing Team Villainous that yes, we didn't throw you down in the lower brackets just on a whim. We are a team that you need to play, you need to respect, and you need to play with your hearts in the game.
Definitely, but for Team TAMILAS, I think it's all about their discipline. Because even like Zoid, you see the way he's able to hold down a particular corner and get multiple kills and delay the push from Team Villainous for so long, enable the rotation from his team, means that like the timer just constantly running out. Team Villainous puts so much under pressure because of Team TAMILAS' just pure discipline. Now, you see Team TAMILAS, they're looking to switch it up, using the drone as a push, as an entry fragger, pseudo entry fragger of sorts, to enable Rafa and Zoid's push. But Team Villainous, they're at A side, and Jin will find that first kill onto the lurker that is vision down at B. Flex holding down Lamps with his Vandal, finds a headshot onto Cruiserguard. Flex with the up drop position change, will find his second. Flex with his third. Flex on point no matter what gun he holds.
Flex, is the Vandal an operator or is it a rifle? First explain that to me before anything else. What is this? First with the operator, now with the Vandal. You gotta stop. You gotta give Team Villainous a chance. You gotta let them breathe for once in their lives so that they can try and go for some of these plays. And I have to give it to Zoid. He placed that smoke so perfectly. He trusted Flex to take those angles. Usage of the out-draft, spray control, everything was pinpoint accurate. And there is no way you're gonna get through Flex. Flex is like, okay, you took the first map, but I give no damns. I'm gonna take the second map, and it is gonna happen. 19-4 is the scoreline for the side of Flex, and the second one is just 10, being Jin. They're looking so potent, CA.
Definitely, Team TAMILAS look like they have a fire lit in them, as they rightly should, because of the fact that this is the lower bracket, this is their life on the line. Now 9-2, Team TAMILAS, can you make it 10-2? Rafa using the running back to clear out Booker, will spot on multiple people, but on the black of it, it'll be Flex getting that kill, using Rafa's pressure to just free fire for himself. Now Flex gets that reload off, but Vision touching in, will find that kill onto Flex. Rafa covers his teammates back though, gets that return kill, and now Jin holding it down, will find one. Rafa with his second, NXS returns, but NXS last man standing, has the Empress ready. 1v3 situation. NXS will not find anybody, instead Stoner just bringing him down, makes it 10-2 for Team TAMILAS. And it's not even the fact that this is Team Villainous' home map, it's not even the fact that right now I feel like Team Villainous, they're not executing to their top potential. It's the fact that Team TAMILAS, they look like a completely different team. Like players like Rafa and Jin, we got to see this from them in map 1, but Flex has been instrumentally humongous for Team TAMILAS. We'll take a quick look at the scorecard, because Flex right now leading the score with 20 kills. He's the X factor for Team TAMILAS in this game.
He is the X factor, and him showing up is probably catching the entirety of Team Villainous off guard. They're like, okay, we can try and push the side, but immediately Flex is like, nah, I got a Vandal, I got an Op, and I'm just gonna take your heads clean off. It really doesn't even matter who you are, what you do. You're just gonna go down to my operator. You're gonna go down to my shots. This is gonna be the second half though, so everything has reset, and this is the pistol round. Jin trying to look for one, but no information is being given, ladies and gentlemen. But we're gonna be seeing Team Villainous playing it slow, not really playing it hyper aggressively. Just gonna be waiting it out. And Team TAMILAS, they have their patient play as well, but Rafa is chilling out alone on this B long angle, and this may be very detrimental if he gets caught off guard. Quake takes one on the flex, so and the defensive round starts off strong. With the Jet going down, they have a really good chance of moving forward into this half.
The pistol round's so important, but Team TAMILAS, they've already lost their top fragger in flex, and they're looking to execute onto side B in a burst fashion to make up for it. Vision will find one onto Sonar. Vision will dash away, go for the heroic play, but inside Jin will find him, take him down. Zoid is now going for the plant. Rafa and Jin covering his back. Rafa will throw out the plant and look to clear out falls. Rafa will find one, but instantly gets return kill by NXS. Zoid with another. Quake with a return. It's just Jin, last man standing, covered on both sides. Cruiser God will find him, take him down. And that was a fat, action-packed round for both teams. But for Villainous, such an important round, because losing this round makes you force buy at 11-2 and puts you into a really difficult situation economically. Now that they've won this round, I expect Team TAMILAS to go for the eco and a chance for Team Villainous to start clawing back this humongous lead on Team TAMILAS' side.
The fact that they are able to do something like this, and I have to give it to Jen, NT, because this was just a storm. Like Team Villainous, they just came in from the left, they came in from the right, and they just stormed Jin. That there was no way he could have won out that round without getting traded out immediately, unless he had like aimbot level precision coming out. But Team Villainous, they're looking quite potent. They wait for those picks. They go in for the dissonant plays. But just as I say, Flex comes in from the heavens saying, I'm a majestic angel and I have a shotgun to my name. Able to take down NXS. One member does go down from the side, from both sides. And this is not yet a post-one scenario. They're waiting it out, biding their time. But Grong, holding the angle, does have the Spectre in hand, trying to spam away. But another change in the plan position is gonna be able to find the post-one scenario moving forward into this fight, and they're just gonna be holding. 4 versus 4 is the scoreline. Garong only gonna get peeked off by the side of Jin. He has a recon bolt in hand, and with the dark cover, he's just looking to close it out. Grong playing it strong, playing the waiting game. He's able to find one. He's gonna try to find another one, but Vision answers back immediately, and the defenders have won it again. And Team Villainous on their defensive half are looking so much stronger compared to their attacking. And Team TAMILAS, they're having a really hard time trying to break through into this.
I think for Team TAMILAS, the difficulty isn't in being able to break through a site. It's the difficulty in being able to hold it down, because you see how strong Team Villainous looks on the retake. They're always covering each other's backs. Even in that last round, you saw like multiple members holding down that A main A shot angle while one member goes for the defuse, meaning that even though they are like, it is a scenario where more than 2 to 3 members of Team TAMILAS alive, they cannot go to and try and kill the spike diffuser. Team Villainous is doing extremely well to win the advantage round for themselves, now pulling the lead back. For me, for Team TAMILAS, it's going to be up to them to try and take control of this matchup in this bye round, because giving Team Villainous momentum is one thing, but giving Team Villainous momentum on their defensive side is just a completely different ball game altogether. They will just start snowballing out of control in their ability to hold on a site, and we know how how dependent Team TAMILAS is on that confidence and that momentum. And I feel like if Team TAMILAS not able to pick up this bye round, it could be instrumentally bad in terms of their morale and momentum. We'll have to see though if they can make it work, because this round, Team Villainous, they will not be investing as much. Team TAMILAS will have that weapon advantage for themselves, and it will be Team TAMILAS' chance to pull it back. What I want to see from Team TAMILAS is either go for a fast execute into a site, just burst into a site as 5-man, or leave Stoner lurking towards the back for the rotations and play it really slow and look for picks. What they can do here is use Rafa, use his flashes to enable Flex to jump in onto sites and get that. Now, the way they're pushing 3-man down B long, 2-man down B hooker, it looks like they're going for a fast execute. Team TAMILAS, they're gonna set up the smokes and burst into side B.
Looking to set it up, but they're playing it so much more slower in comparison. Team TAMILAS, they are quite scared moving forward into this half, but Cruiser God has a really good angle. This angle is not gonna check checking first contact as well. He's gonna be able to find one. Jin goes down, and Zoid gets caught off guard as well. So Nodi is going to be present to try and alleviate some of the pressure. NXS gets one. Flex takes one onto NXS. Flex answers back once again. He's looking to close it out. 1 versus 2 is the scenario moving forward for the side of Team TAMILAS. He needs to try and take the bomb in some way or some fashion, but Cruiser God, he's chilling out on the back angle. He's going to be able to find it. Goes for the updraft play, but Cruiser God comes out on top. And such a well played down for the side of Team Villainous. The way Vision took first contact, alleviated everything from the side of Cruiser God. He played it so well as well. This sneaky Cypher, because look at it like this. Stoner and Cruiser God, they're always in the right place. They're always in the right place at the right time, and this really does hurt the side of both teams, because Stoner being a thorn on the side of Team Team Villainous, and Team TAMILAS, they have to deal with Cruiser God. He's just in those sneaky angles and Zoid being caught completely off guard when he was sitting under that hookah angle. Just goes to show what Team Villainous can do when they're under a lot of this pressure. 10-5 is the scoreline though moving forward, and we're going to be seeing a heavy A take coming out from the side of Team TAMILAS.
Eco rush for Team TAMILAS. This is their eco round. They're going for that. Now the volley by Gorong will delay Stoner's plant and tag him down really low. Stoner once again going for the plant, will be taken down really low by the shock dart. The second shock dart will not find him inside. He gets the plant off, but Gorong Quake NXS on the retake. All of them swarming in from multiple angles, finding kill. Zoid holding it down though, finds one. Rafa picked up with that single, will be able to pick up the kill onto NXS. Cruiser God finds one. It's just Zoid left with the Sheriff. Will be taken down by Gorong to make it 10-6 for the side of Team Villainous. This was Team TAMILAS' eco, and they did a decent bit of damage taking down NXS and Quake, but a decent bit of damage will not fly with Team Villainous' win streak. They need to make sure that they can get the next buy round, because the next buy round I think will just decide how the rest of this half goes. Losing the first buy round really hurt, but losing the second buy round will mean that you've lost all momentum and all tempo whatsoever. So Team TAMILAS, I'm looking at them to try to switch it up going into the next round. For all of these rounds, they've tried the 5-man push onto a site, and while they've done that pretty well, Team Villainous, they seem to be very ready to respond to that. So for Team TAMILAS, I want to see a more spread out strategy. I want to see them play it a little slower and try to find picks before they commit.
When you think of a team like Team TAMILAS, they are very explosive, they're really fast. Yes, they are doing just that, but Team Villainous, they're answering back so well on the retakes. They have their position set, they always go for the picks, and they're catching Team TAMILAS off guard so much, so often. And again, we're seeing a heavy explosive push come out. Cruiser God being able to find the running back clone because of his trap fire placement, but he's just going to be sitting out inside of the smokes, ladies and gentlemen. And this sneaky Cypher play may just work out in his favor. He's going to be able to get one on the flex, and he is able to back out. He's going to survive for just a little while longer. Gorong using the orbital strike, able to tag down Jin to 10 HP. Cruiser God does go down, but does not go down before he takes out one with him. 4 versus 3 is the scenario, but everyone from the side of Team TAMILAS is so low, and with NXS on the flag, he's gonna flash out, and he's gonna dive in, and he's gonna come in hard. Stoner though in the back corner, but Gorong is able to clean it up. 7-10 is the scoreline, ladies and gentlemen, and Team Villainous, they are coming back hard, and they're coming back fast.
Out of charges.
And this is exactly why I'm not a big fan of the instant 5-man burst onto a site against Team Villainous, because they have such good tools in their pocket to be able to ward it off. Even though Team TAMILAS, they use the runner pack perfectly to get onto site, to be able to clear out all the Cypher utility and get the spike planted, the Brimstone ultimate coming in, and then Team Villainous strength on the retake with the help of Quake's Hunter's Fury. It just makes the holding down this site almost impossible for Team TAMILAS, which is why I really genuinely believe that they cannot keep going for these 5-man plays, because now on their loss streak, they will be able to afford full buys for themselves. They're on a 5-round lose streak. The money will come in from that. It's time they take advantage of that and try to pull it back. If any team can do it, it's Team TAMILAS. But Team Villainous, from 10-2 to 10-7, they're looking amazingly strong and exactly what you expect from them in their own map on the defense side. They know exactly what sort of plays Team TAMILAS can bring to the table, and they're constantly adapting and improving to stay on top of that. Team Villainous now, they have the tempo, they have the advantage, and with the 1-0 lead in the match, the ball is in their court to look to close this off by taking the lead and then pushing forward.
They want to push this forward and they want to take it down immediately. They do not want to go into a third map. And ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be seeing that from the side of Team Villainous with Vision holding the operator down at B. He's probably going to be fine one. He has such a good off angle if he's going to get it. But Jin with the out drone is spotting out. But it's going to be taken down by the operator shot. But still, positions have not yet been revealed. And Vision needs to back off, needs to reposition with the operator. But I don't think that the entirety of Team TAMILAS, they are ready to go into the side, not with their flasher being present, and they're going to opt to go into the back. But NXS and Gorong, they're going to be cutting them off, and this will either be a bloodbath, or this would be a spray down, entirely dangerous for the side of Team TAMILAS. And NXS, he comes on top, he's able to take one with the dismiss, he's able to get out. This is such a bad scenario for him. He's going to go in for the suck, but he's not going for the dismiss, and this is gonna hurt them so much. Ladies and gentlemen, but Flex, they're able to answer back, but Quake, ever so consistent, is able to take him down. Coming in from the U-Haul angle, does get spotted out by the Recon Bolt, gets tagged down to 90. He is the only one remaining. 1 versus 3 is the scenario for the side of Team TAMILAS, and this is just gonna hurt him so badly, and Quake is able to take him down with a well-placed spray. And that flank was so pivotal for the win of Team Villainous, and NXS with his patient play is able to take down multiple members away from the side of Team TAMILAS, and they just won this round so convincingly.
This is exactly why I keep asking for Team TAMILAS to have at least one person lurking, because you cannot allow the other team to just funnel you into a small position and then be able to mow you down that way. Even if NXS and Gorong had only found 1 kill, which they didn't, they found more than 1. Even if that had happened, they would save their team so much time in being able to do that. Now finally, Team TAMILAS on the eco round, they're spread out completely. They're looking to find picks before they commit to a side. You can see Flex picking up that ult up after the dark cover comes out from Zoid. Zoid now making his way onto Lamps. Will just set up himself up there in a sneaky position. The spike on Jin will make its way here. The Empress will get popped by NXS though. Now with Flash, Rafa finding one. NXS instantly returns back. And now Vision holding down from heaven will look to just help Team Villainous on the retake. 4v2 scenario. NXS on the Empress finds another. Vision knows where Flex is. Will take him down. The Empress and the Jet coming out huge in that round. NXS and Vision, the duelists for Team Villainous, make it 10-9. And next round is so damn important, because not only is it Team TAMILAS' bye round, next round is also the chance for Team Villainous to make it an 8-round win streak and make it even on the scoreline. Team Villainous on the comeback right now against the Comeback Kings.
That goes there.
2, and now we're looking at a 10-9. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a fight to be witnessing. These teams, this is the revenge story. See, I don't need to tell you this, but the revenge story is coming true. Team Villainous, they're holding it down, and the fort is seemingly unpenetrable. And Team TAMILAS, even when they're able to penetrate onto this fort, they're not able to hold down on the side. The retakes are just so good from the ends of Team Villainous that they're getting shut down over and over and over again. And as the timer is going to be going down, this is crunch time. Team TAMILAS, they need to answer back. They need to try and find those picks and get into those postman scenarios where they can cover each other's back. In a lot of these scenarios, I am seeing Team TAMILAS hold off angles, and they're holding a lot of the postman, holding a lot of their postman angles that are just one-off angles. None of the team members can really even go for any refrags, and when they try to, they're just gonna get shot from another angle. This just goes to show the level of coordination that Team Villainous is bringing down to the table, and Team TAMILAS, the small mistakes that you are making, because you're not setting your team members up to go in for your refrags even if you die in the post plan, and that is what is hurting you the most.
Now, if you think Team TAMILAS can shake off this 7-round win streak against them and pull it back, it's hashtag TTOP in the chat. If you think Villainous will stay true, make it 8-round win streak and carry it all the way to their map win and series win, it's hashtag VLNS4TW, Villainous for the win in the chat. Now, Team TAMILAS, I love the fact that they're finally doing what I wanted from them. You see Stoner lurking down at B, 4 members at A. I genuinely think this is the strategy for Team TAMILAS to come back. But Team Villainous, they have a 7-round win streak, momentum advantage, tempo advantage on their side. And this is their chance to pull it back. Flex, he's pulled out the op in this round. We'll see how instrumental that can be because Vision holding down now. Zoid is revealed. Zoid will be taken down by NXS. Zoid using the Shadow Step aggressively to come in will mean it's Team Villainous with the man advantage. And now Team TAMILAS, they're just stuck. Jin though with that shock dart will take down Quake. Garang holding down this angle will find Jin. Should be able to take a return kill. Rafa finds Garang. And now with that kill coming through on Garang, they will go for the plant. 3v3 situation. Team Villainous, they're at a health disadvantage. They have to go for the retake.
It ultimately gone in for the retake, but it's such a dangerous retake indeed. Flex with this operator. You don't want to fight this, and Rafa on the side, and this is what I wanted to see coming out from the side of Team Villainous. They're them holding each other's angles so well, but this is what we want to see from the side of Team TAMILAS. And ladies and gentlemen, Rafa holding the angle for Flex, while Flex is holding down the CT angle, while we are going to be seeing Stoner holding down the U-Haul angle. This is how you hold post-plant scenarios. And Team TAMILAS, they are looking to close it out. They have their groove back, they have their momentum back, and the game plan has been set once more. As ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be going into an 11-9 scoreline, and there is no way Team Villainous can give this away. Otherwise, it goes to match point, and we know what happens then. Third map, we're hoping to see it, but at the same time, TT, they need to hold strong, they need to hold true, and just grind their way through this.
You see the way Stoner on the lurk works there, even though like man for man TT get trades in that last round, they have this site man advantage given the fact that 2 members from the side of Villainous, they have to hold on to B because of the noise Stoner is making at B, enabling Team TAMILAS to push in onto A using that chaos and get that spike plant and then go for the post plant positions. They're looking to do just that here. They made a bit of noise down at A, and now with the help of Flex, who's holding down B long, they're all rotating towards him, and they're going to look to push in there. As soon as you see Jin get close to his teammates, you're going to see exactly how I say, Zoid throwing out those smokes to set his team up for the execute. Team TAMILAS, they're going for the B-side push now. Zoid using the Omen ultimate will get a bit of information as to who is in elbow, and Team TAMILAS, they're pushing in. Rafa should find Cruiser God right here, get the first blood for his team. The Cypher ultimate will come out for Team TAMILAS, but Vision will find the kill onto Stoner. 4v4 situation, TT going for the plant.
TT going for the plan. NXS though, he's able to get one up onto the side. The post plant is going to be going through, but Gorang using the orbital to try forces it off. And Vision with the operator, he's ready through, he's ready hard, but Flex takes him down. And this is very much possible. 1-3-2 is the scenario, but one member is so goddamn low. Flex, he needs to come in huge and massive. But NXS shuts him down as he's flying through the air. The Angel does not connect the knives this time around, and this is where the crunch time begins, ladies and gentlemen. 11-10 is the scoreline. Moving forward, Team Villainous, they are looking so good and so strong. They're answering back blow for blow, kill for kill, and the bodies are just littering the entirety of the B side. This is a massacre, but this time around, Team Villainous came out on top. They wanna take this set win. But when you have a player like Flex, when you have a player like NXS, this is just going to be so hard. Both sides are not giving up anything.
Now for TT, that was a really expensive round, and if you take a quick look at the scorecards, we'll see, like you can see Zoid with the Sheriff. TT, they're going to have to go for the semi-buy this round, which is going to really hurt them in the long term. Now Cruiser God finds that kill onto Rafa. TT, they still have the lead though, and this is because of their dominating performance in the defensive hub. TT still had chance to pull this back, but Vision takes down Zoid, makes it 5v3 for Team Villainous. Team Villainous, they've been just as dominating on their own defense side, and we'll have to see if Team TAMILAS can push to match point, or if Team Villainous will make it even on the board. Vision with the Vision with the Sheriff will find another. Now Stoner finds a return, but cruising out with one. Flex pulling out his knife at the wrong time. I mean, Garang knows exactly where he is. 11-11 on the scoreline. 10-2 to 11-11. Team Villainous, they got 2 rounds on their attacking half. If they can make sure that Team TAMILAS are not able to achieve the same, Team Villainous just win.
That was a bit funny right there. For one frame, we saw Stoner just crouch walking towards that eagle. He's like, I want you. I want you. I want you. He's able to get it, and he's able to get a kill as well. But of course, this is an 11-11 being the scoreline for both sides. Team Villainous, they're looking to go into match point, but this may just be an overtime game. CA, this is very much possible because both teams are fighting for their lives, but Team Villainous, they're looking like an unpenetrable fort, and they only lost 1 round going forward. And TT, they need to try and force their way through. They need to try and play the cards that they did before, but with Stoner not lurking once more. This is going to hurt them so much, but this is going to be Flex going off against a Nexus, and Flex comes up on top. The first pick does go towards the favor of the side of Team TAMILAS. This is a 5 versus 4 scenario, but with Gorong holding down the fort with his trusty old Brimstone, this is just going to be even more difficult. Quake and Gorong sitting on this A side, but this is going to be a fast rotate for the side of Team TAMILAS going on to B, but the Cypher traps are awaiting, and a vision, an angry vision with the operator to take down anyone that goes through his sightlines. And ladies and gentlemen, 5 versus 4 scenario, pushing in onto the B side. CA, take it away.
Team TAMILAS spreading out at the side meant that they're able to find aggressive pushing NXS. Flex able to take it down, make it 5v4 for his team. Now Stoner gets tagged really low by that operator from Vision. Does not get taken down though, and that means Zoid able to push into side with the help of a shrouded step. Get that spike plant. Now Zoid will reposition into the cubby, and Jin will reposition into the back of the side, holding down the Hall's angle. The rest of Team TAMILAS holding the backstab, with Rafa going down mid. Stoner will find that kill onto Garang. Flex will take down Vision, and Team TAMILAS looking to push the match point and keep their hope alive of winning or pushing us to overtime. Flex with his third, and Zoid with that final kill. 12-11 for Team TAMILAS, and this round is so important because either Team Villainous mirror the exact scoreline from the first half, make it 10-2 in the second half, or Team TAMILAS is like, all we need to do is win 3 rounds in the attacking half because we were extremely dominant in the defensive half. Flex looks on point, and I'm looking to Flex to pull this win off for Team TAMILAS. On the side of Team Villainous, my eyes are on NXS and Quake to see what they can do. 12-11 once again. TT, they're spread out looking for picks.
Looking for the bigs, but Vision has the operator back in hand. So this is the 12-11 scoreline, ladies and gentlemen. But they're pushing it so hard, and there is no one to give Jin any backup. He gets taken down immediately, trying to pull out the owl drone. And Team Villainous, they just catch everyone off guard. And this is how you need to play when it comes to this defensive. Sometimes go aggressive, sometimes go passive. And Team Villainous, they have those concepts down so well that they're able to take it one off the board. And the defensive half is going to be looking so good. But of course, remember, just as I say this over and over again, one man going down on attack is not as detrimental as one man going down on defense. So this is still very much possible for the side of Team TAMILAS. But the Sova going down, they need to go and try without any form of information. Rafa has no runner back available, throws out the molly in the backside, but NX's team just get caught out as Flex gets taken down. Things have evened out, but Vision answers back immediately, evening up it once more. Rafa just dancing around the crate, but Flex comes in from the back lane. He's trying to search it out. He's trying to find something. He's not gonna be able to, but this was such an hectic fight. I have no freaking clue what was happening, but Quake and Gorong coming from the side to be able to clean up 2 more members, and Flex just trying to find this clone at that time. Just ran around searching for it, not able to find it, but at the very end, Team Villainous able to make it a tie. We are going to be going into overtime, and this is how it's going to be going out, ladies and gentlemen, because this is crunch time. It's either Team Villainous close out this set, or Team TAMILAS take it to map 3.
What happened in that round was that Vision was up to mark with his name, using the vision of every other player to perfection to constantly just jiggle out of the way, not get taken down, and bring in all of the focus of Team TAMILAS onto him, enabling Gaurang and Quake to come on the retake. and take them down. Vision doing so well. One might just call him a smoke criminal with the way he's able to get into that smoke and deny Team TAMILAS that match point. Now 12 to 12 overtime for both teams. Team TAMILAS, they will be going back onto defense. Flex will be picking up that op. But Flex, with that op, this means that he has no utility. No dash, no updraft. He has the dash. No updraft, no smokes. No shield whatsoever. This is glass cannon mode for Flex and he really has to make this work. Team Villainous, they're spreading out. They're playing it very, very slow. They understand how important every single round is. But more importantly, it's going to come down to which team is able to find the first attacking round overtime win. That's going to give them an edge because both of these teams look phenomenal on defense.
They look so strong on the defensive halves, but I have to give it towards the side of Team Villainous because they on defense, they are another beast entirely. But if Team Villainous are able to close out this one round, they have the highest possibility of winning it out
30
compared to
seconds
TT.
left.
But TT on attack, they're just mind-blowing when it comes to those type of scenarios. But I need to try and find one. But Vision, he answers back immediately. He's able to take down Flex with the operator, and just gonna get a fast rush coming out onto this B side. The bodies are dropping out. 30 seconds remaining on the clock, and the plant is about to go
10
down. 3
seconds
versus
left.
4 is
Spike
the
planted.
man advantage going to both sides. Team Villainous, they're looking to answer back. But Grong dangerously low, needs to back off, and this is the post-one scenario for their side, and they're all just sitting out on the back of side. They're going on to B long, and this is just a fast rush. Trying to find something. But what is Shin up to? Sorry, what is Quake up to?
Quake is just following up the back of his teammate, but it's Team Villainous with the man advantage. Team Villainous with the spike planted. TT have to go for it, and Zoid is leading the charge. Zoid will find 2 out too long, make it even for his team, but Cruiser and Quake even it up. Zoid with his third, will find the kill, will have to go for the defuse, but Quake is holding it down. The time is running out, and Quake ever so consistent, will finish it off for Team
Switching
Villainous.
sides.
Team Villainous, they
Match
picked
point.
up the attacking round in the first round of overtime, and going in the defense, they have to do exactly what they did in the second half. There were 12 rounds in Team Villainous's defense in this map. They lost 2. As long as they can make it work in those, or how they did in those 10 rounds, Team Villainous will not just win this map, but this entire series. Map point, match point, and set point for Team Villainous, 13 to 12.
If you want TT to win, you better show your support, because breaking into the fortress of Team Villainous, this is just gonna be so difficult. Hashtag TTOP in the chat, everyone, because they need your support to break through this. Rafa, he's trying to find some form of an angle, some form of a way that he can break into the defensive side of Team Villainous, but everyone is just playing it slow, and this is going to be a heavy A take, but no flanks are coming through just yet. But Flex, dashing on the side, is able to take down Quake, but Grong, he's holding it down, but such a massive push, not even his trusty old Brimstone can do much, and through the smoke, Zoid gets another kill with the spray down, and NXS does go down, and this is very much possible with everyone's support. It seems like Team TAMILAS being reinvigorated. They have the post-ban scenario, they have the man advantage, but against Vision and Cruiser God, this is a tall order, and these two players, they are so dangerous when you give them the chance to be. But everyone in their post-ban scenarios, everyone watching each other's back, spots out one. It's gonna be Stoner. He's trying to go in for the side push, but he gets caught out by 3 members, and the one and only remaining is gonna be Cruiser God, as he does go down. Ladies and gentlemen, 13 and 13 is the scoreline moving
Switching
forward.
sides.
We're going into the next
Overtime.
OT.
13 to 13. Both of the teams picking up rounds in the attacking half just makes this entire segment so interesting, because both of these teams, they struggled in attack. Both of these teams, they were phenomenal in defense, and now they're taking each other defenses down. Both of these teams just letting loose, putting everything on the line right here, right now, fighting for their lives in the tournament. For Team Villainous, it's about extending their lives to the lower bracket finals. For Team TAMILAS, it's about keeping their lives in this tournament and taking us to map 3. 13 to 13. Team TAMILAS with a beautiful A burst execute, meaning they go on to defense now, looking to hold it down. Flex with 31 kills. just phenomenal for Team TAMILAS in this matchup. Quake and Cruiser God with 24 and 21 leading the charge for Team Villainous. Quake consistently top fragger for Team Villainous. Like, this guy, he deserves a ton of praise for being able to do it on Sova of all agents, because you have to be controlled, you have to practice constantly your lineups, and you have to understand the game perfectly to be able to pull off the kills he is able to do. Quake is huge, but now Team TAMILAS, they won that last round, so they have that little bit of tempo in their side. It's 13-13, and Team TAMILAS, they need to fight back here and need to hold down strong. For Team Villainous, all 5 members towards A, they're looking to push into A.
They're looking to push it in, but with the recon ball spotting out one, knows for a fact that Quake is one member at the bare minimum sitting out on the shower angle. They do get tagged up. It's gonna be Gorong going down to Jin with a shock dart. Jin finds another one. Rafa answers back immediately. Enixis is able to take down one onto Jin. Cruiser God answers back as well, but he's the only one remaining. Rafa, they have his phone numbers 3 versus 1 is the scenario, and they know his last known position. The spike is gone down on this side, and the run and back has been used. Rafa has no spear, spots him out, and ladies and gentlemen, poor old Cruiser God, he's the trusty little Cypher sitting on the side. He's probably gonna be taken down. Rafa playing mind games with him. He's able to find it with the jiggle peaks to his name. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the attacking round, defensive round win for the side of Team TAMILAS. But to break into the fortress of Team Villainous, will they be able to do it again? Is the real question. Team TAMILAS, they are on match point. Are they gonna be able to find it?
I have to say, because Team TAMILAS, they hold down the fort strong in defense, but you know how strong Team Villainous can be on defense. We'll see if Team TAMILAS, I'm really curious to see if they choose to once again go for that 5-man burst execute the way they did in the last round, or if TT actually choose to spread out, and what ended up working for them in the actual attacking half. You see, they're going for the latter here, spreading out. You see Quake and Vision pushing down B long, will not catch anyone, and Team TAMILAS using that information coming in from Sonar to all flow into site A. Team TAMILAS now pushing into site A. Team TAMILAS with match point will go for the plant here. Zoid goes for the same. Zoid will have to step back and not do that. Inside, Rafa finding 1 kill. Rafa with the second, Rafa stepping up huge. Now Sonar will get that plant off. Team TAMILAS, they have a 4v3 man advantage, and they are retreating far back into their post plant positions. 3v4 Team Villainous, they're fighting for this map.
They're fighting for this map, and they are fighting to continue. This is match point. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, Quake able to spot out one at the bare minimum, but Vision not checking his right corner, does get taken out by Jid, and they're gonna be pushing it onto the side, but Quake ever so consistent, he's able to find one, but Rafa answers back with Flex on his side. And ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna be going into match number 3 on the next map, because Team TAMILAS, they have the fighting chance, and with your support, hashtag TDOP in the chat, they are gonna be moving forward into the next map, and they still have a fighting chance to close out this set.
Team TAMILAS, that was such an intense matchup, but Flex came up humongous for his team, leading the charge in defense and then leading the charge in the overtime meant Flex with 32 kills is going to be the MVP for this matchup. What a phenomenal game by both of the teams to take us to map 3, and we'll relive the entire game with the Relive the Moment brought to you by Ideapad Gaming 3 notebook powered by Ryzen 4000 series processors, perfect for gaming and multitasking. So aggressive, this matchup, both of the teams, they look extremely good on defense, and both of the teams, they were able to sort of just not allow the other team to push into side. But when it came to overtime, it was TT who found back-to-back attack movements, which gave them the edge and their ability to close out this map.
I would say a lot more came towards the fact of stamina in comparison to anything else, because I saw in a lot of these rounds that there were a lot more mistakes. And this is Valorant, as I keep on telling you, is much as a mental game as it is a mechanical game. And this is where Team TAMILAS came out on top. We have seen TAMILAS go for very long sets, and they always come out on top because they're a team that remains calm, remains like composed when it comes to a lot of these high pressure scenarios. And this is where they triumphed over Team Villainous, who are getting flustered that so many overtime rounds were coming through. And this just goes to show what caliber of a team Team TAMILAS are. And they are able to trump over Team Villainous just for that. They were able to try and break into the defense. They found the small gaps being left by Team Villainous from a lot of the rounds coming forward. And Team TAMILAS, they well deserved this win because they are the team that were able to hold out for the longest. And this just goes to show how dominant of a team they are.
Yeah, I think the communications, especially for Team TAMILAS, coming out huge because in that last round, you could see the communications literally factor into real time, with Stoner getting the information of Quake and Vision pushing in from B long. Team TAMILAS able to take that like, hey, two members from the other team on the opposite side of the map. If we push now, we have a huge advantage into side. We're gonna do just that, and then after that, we can just adopt extremely defensive positions and look to take the advantage from there. Team TAMILAS just huge, even though they dropped the ball a little bit and they were they were sort of allowed a comeback from Team Villainous here. Team TAMILAS able to close it out and take us to map 3 in an extremely intense set in the lower bracket semifinals here. Team TAMILAS 15-13 will be going to map 3. And while we set up for map 3, take a second to check out the links in the description below. Take a second to check out the massive sales available for you, and make sure you like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell for your ability to be on stream for every giveaway. Now we're gonna go set up for map 3 and see you real soon.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. And we don't need to do the things we don't wanna do. Baby, while we're young,
Hell Ranger, 1 versus 5, and this is going to be Velocity Gaming winning TEC Challenger Series.
The clock is ticking down. Velocity can feel it. Velocity have done it. 3-2. They take the grand finals and are your undisputed champions.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 3, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD, with ACT as our fiber partner and AFK Gaming as our media partner. We're back for map 3 between Team Villainous and Team TAMILAS, and after the 13-9, Team Villainous took map 1. After the 15-13, Team TAMILAS took map 2. After an intense set of 2 matches, like, things got so spicy, I had to take off my tie, and we're in for map 3 now, going in for a really intense and spicy match. Aggressive, just tell me what you think. Like, what do you think is gonna happen?
15 and 13, I was not ready for it. My voice is not ready for it, and your tie needed to go off for it. It just goes to show how intense these matches are getting, and just shows the fighting spirit of both of these teams. They're not willing to give up anything, and they're not gonna give up any of these grounds. But the revenge story is still on the table. Team Villainous are looking to close it out and try to take Team Tamila off this board, off this series, and into the next one, hopefully moving forward. Because Team Villainous, they have something to prove against Team Tamilas.
Definitely. For Team Villainous, it's the idea of proving something, and looking at the map screen, we've got Split up next. For me, this map is the perfect map to end things off, because I don't see a clear favorite when I look at this map. If it was Haven, I would have definitely preferred Team Tamilas a bit more. But when it comes to Split, I think it's completely even between these two teams, and it's going to come down to which player from either team is just able to step up. The one thing I'm really concerned about for the side of Team Villainous, though, is Split not very favorable to Sova players. What are we going to see Quake on? Because Quake has been, for me at least, the best player on Team Villainous so far.
He's the best player, but he's a very versatile player, I would say as well. We have not really seen him go on a lot of things other than the Sova, so this is actually one of those picks that would come in massive. You don't know, just think about it. Quake going on a duelist, Quake going on some form of a different initiator, maybe a breach even. just think about the potential that would it bring to the table. And Quake would be unlocked so heavily because without the leash of being a Sova one trick, you have a lot to work with because his aim and his consistency like just outclasses anything that I have seen coming out of this tournament. And he is proving to me and to everyone that he's a force to be reckoned with. And if you give him the chance, to move forward, to try and take a lot of the fights properly, he's gonna show up.
Now, looking at the compositions going into game, the Jin in Sova will be switching up to the Breach. Quake, though, he'll be switching up to the Omen. So you actually get the opposite of what you were expecting. For the side of Team Villainous, they're going for double smokes, only flash in terms of vision being the Phoenix. For the side of Team TAMILAS, they just pick up a standard comp. They go for the Breach coming in for Jin, Flex on the Raze, and now Rafa switching to the Jet will be really interesting for us to watch. It's going to be Team TAMILAS on attack, Team Villainous on defense. Flex dashing in aggressively. Rafa dashing in aggressively, I'm sorry. You will get Cruiser Guard. Garang finds the return kill onto Stoner than INXS. With his signature Sheriff holding down from heaven, will not find one. Instead, it'll be Rafa finding another onto Garang. Rafa with his third onto Quake. Rafa coming up huge right here.
Like Rafa just got his back scratched by Quake, and he's just chilling out on the back end. Enix is with his trusty Sheriff, does a lot of damage. Team TAMILAS in their close-line scenarios, just waiting it out, playing it slow. Vision does have the double flash in hand, doesn't have to use it just yet. Spots out one, flashes to the smoke. He's probably gonna be able to find one, but he does not check his back, and he does get taken out. And Tag, he makes a comeback. Tag is here instead of Jin. Oh wait, no, Jin is here, but who left? Wait, we didn't see the player names coming out forward. But a first round win for the side of Team TAMILAS, but Tag is here instead.
He's come back in the map 3 of the series to replace Zoid on that Omen, and okay, if this works out, I will forever be in love with this play, because for me, I've been asking this from Series 1. I want teams to have that 6-man roster that they can use in such high pressure situations here, because bringing a fresh face, bringing a fresh player to the game will switch things up entirely, not just for your team, for the opposite team as well. Now Team Villainous on the defense, they're going for an eco rush down mid. Team TAMILAS though expecting this.
Oh no, oh no.
Will not find vision instead of his teammate. Rafa will get one though and just back off. Team TAMILAS, they're looking for a flawless round. Garang gets one. Tag with his third though will take down Garang. Make it 2-0 for Team TAMILAS. Nice eco rush round by Team Villainous, but Team TAMILAS are responding well. And to finish off, like, this is exactly why I want every single team coming into the tournament, at least the top tier teams who know they're going to make it to this stage, to have 6-man rosters. Because the freshness, as you mentioned earlier, aggressive stamina can matter so much. And Tag, he has a ton of it. He hasn't played a single game today. He's coming off fresh off the bat with just pure energy for the team.
He's gonna bring so much as well. He is one of the secondary ideals for the team, if I remember correctly. And him being in this situation, it's gonna revitalize Team TAMILAS and give them such a good showing. There is no way you're gonna be seeing this team moving forward. And Stoner, he wants that revolver to his side. He wants the singularity revolver. He's just staring into the soul of the race, being like, just give it to me, please. Give it to me, Flex. That Flex is like, no, you ain't getting this. Just look at it from my side and you are never getting this. But ladies and gentlemen, just as I was saying, Team Villainous though, they have to be feeling the pressure. They do not have a 6-man roster, and they're all just playing it out together. And this just is going to hurt them much more in the long run. And they don't know what Tag is going to be bringing down to the table. Him being on this Omen, we have seen him go for a lot more of the flashy plays, a lot more of the smart plays. He comes out as being one of those people that you cannot really predict. And Team Villain is not facing such a threat. Is going to back them into a corner. They've already lost 2 rounds. This is the gun round for the side of both teams. But Team Villainous, they're going to be going into this round with an advantage when it comes to their guns. So let us see how they play it.
We have to see if this change is going to end up being huge for Team TAMILAS or if it's going to backfire, because Zoid definitely someone to miss out. But Tag so far, he's made every reason to warrant his coming into this third map, because they needed that fresh boost to push themselves. Tag right now, 4 kills to his name, leading with Rafa on top of the score charts. Having said that, last round, that was the eco round for Team Villainous, and in this buy round, they will look to fight back. They will look to push down the pressure that has been taken against them in this third map. is Team TAMILAS on the attack. Now, coming to the map split, we generally consider it to be a slightly defense-favored map, given the fact that mid is slightly easier to hold down from mid vents because of the defense. But when it comes to split, especially when it comes to the idea that you can rush mid and take control of the entire map, in competitive gameplay, the attacking side does get more of the agency, more of the proactiveness, the idea of where you want to go, where you want to fight, the idea of picking your battleground, and that's why some teams consider attacking to be more favored. Now, Team TAMILAS taking that mid control, dashing in aggressively is Rafa through B Heaven, will take side control as well, Stoner finding the first kill, and that will be Team TAMILAS taking control of side P with a beautifully executed
30
mid
seconds
push.
left.
With a beautifully executed mid push, and Flex is able to answer back onto Flex, but Jin answers back as well. One member does go down from the side of Team TAMILAS, but they're playing it slow, they're playing it safe. Team Villainous, they need to either go back, save their guns for another day, and yes, that is what they're going to be opting to do. So Gorong trying to fish out for any sort of exit frags for his side, but they're just going to be playing it slow, and Team TAMILAS take round number 3 in a very convincing fashion.
You know what this reminds me of? Like this entire switch up with tag. Like while this round is finishing up, you see Garang Vision, they're going for the save. This reminds me of like in a WWE, like 2v2 or 3v3 tag match. You see like after a really intense fight, like the guy who's almost losing, he pulls off like insane finishing moves, insane just plays in general to pull his team back into the match. But you can say that he's really exhausted, and the guy on the rope, like The Rock for example, just hyping it up, he's like, tag me in, putting his hand out there like tag me in. For me, tag is exactly like that. Team TAMILAS, they went through a really intense second match, and they pulled it back for their team, for their organization, in to give themselves a chance to come into map 3, and tag is just like there with his hand extended. Bring me in, guys. I will close it out for us.
Tag me in. Tag me in.
Tag me in indeed. Tag coming in now, 3-0 to Team TAMILAS. They win that buy round. They have a huge economic advantage. And now going into this, I want to see how Team Villainous can use this double smoke. Because what the double smoke gives you is an ability to take mid control very, very easily. You can smoke out all the entry points for the attackers down at mid and push into mid yourself and be able to hold it down. What it leaves you susceptible to though is an insub push. So we'll have to see if Team Villainous can play the mind games with Team TAMILAS.
Like the mind game gameplay is gonna be there, but on the map of split, I understand the usage of the double smoke, but you know that I am an advocate for the double sentinels when it comes to split. Yes, it's very hard to pull it off on the attacking half, but it's so good when you go towards the defensive half. And this just is going to hurt so much more in the long run, because think of it like this: when you're playing double smoke, you need to be playing a bit more aggressively on this defensive half instead of just playing a lot more passively. And from Team Villainous, we are not really seeing a lot of these aggressive plays come out.
Yeah, the thing is, if you're not playing aggressively, then you have to be on point with your reaction smokes, and that's way harder to execute as compared to just being proactive. Once again, it's Team TAMILAS who are able to take the lead. They're able to take down NXS, the Rays, make it 5v4 for them. This round, Team Villainous, they chose to put the investment in once again, using the money coming in from the losing streak. So this round, especially important for Team Villainous to pull through, because if they're not able to, they'll have to go with the semi-buys next round. Now we're seeing Team TAMILAS, they're rotating from mid onto B, but that's where Team Villainous is. Stoner will find one kill, Quake will find another onto tag, make it 1-for-1 for both teams and 4v3 on the map.
Cruiser God though, he's thinking about the split. He may just get one onto Jin. He's able to take him down as a spike carrier. He's just gonna be sitting on the mid. Cruiser God, he's just gonna be holding it down. Rafa though is gonna be on the lower angle of B, and he needs to go up. Quake finds one on the Stoner, and they are answering back pretty well. 2 versus 3 is the body count for both sides. Rafa gets one onto Cruiser God, and spike control has been re-established, but Quake finds another one onto Flex to take him down. This is a 1 versus 2 scenario, but with Gorong sitting into his arms, and Flex just jumping in, Rafa just jumping in, immediately does get taken down. As Gorong, he's just holding down the fort. He's playing it so smart, he's playing it so patient, and that is how you need to take the tempo away from the side of Team TAMILAS. And this is just so well done. The attack was executed perfectly, but the spike plant, they did not go in fast enough. And Cruiser got ever so consistent. This sneaky Cypher, you need to check every single smoke, because pretty sure that Cypher is just sitting there and be like, oh, did you forget about me? I'm coming through, boys. I'm coming through. I'm just gonna kill someone. And that is how Cruiser God is Literally, in my eyes, one of the best ciphers in this entire tournament.
Definitely. Now you can see Team Villainous having picked up that last round, using its tempo, using the smokes they have for themselves to push in aggressively onto mid. They're now using this pressure to funnel in onto the sewers and looking to flank Team Tamilas as a whole. Team Tamilas though, 2 members at A, 3 members at B. They're playing this very slow. They're waiting for Team Villainous to make a misstep, and this sewers push might just be that. It'll be Flex finding 2 kills. Flex expecting it, Flex predicting it. Vision and Gorong go down, and that will let Team Tamilas push into mid now and rotate into side B. Rafa will find the first kill onto Quake in Heaven. They'll be able to take Heaven control. And XS finds the return kill though. Makes it 2v1 on the side. Just Cruiser God holding it down. Will find one, but Jin will be able to take him down. And that's going to be Team Tamilas 3v1, able to take both side control.
Side control is so well done at Flex. This boy, I am hyping him up so much over and over again. And you can see it in his plays. You can see it in his movement. He's confident and he's feeling it. And with Rafa on his side, there is no way he's going to be giving up any one of these fights. And the body count is just going up, and up for their side. Team Villainous, they are looking to be in that detrimental phase with Flex coming out on top, as well as Rafa 6 and 5. Both of these duelists are playing out of their mind.
Now, 4-1, you see Team Villainous, they're forced onto an eco round of sorts here, and it's gonna be Team Tamilas with the advantage looking to build on. I'm loving the fact that they're always spread out across the map. This is exactly how you play the map split. As the name suggests, you want to always be able to splitting up your team, be able to take that pressure. Now, you see Quake using the Omen ultimate to get information of Team Tamilas' whereabouts, using it down in B lobby, able to get the information. Team Tamilas, a bit spooked by that, will now rotate all the way over to A, but I think Team Villainous, they have to expect this. So Team Tamilas, they have to go for a fast execute. Ramps is clear because of Stoner and Rafa lurking down at A, and Team Tamilas, they should be able to push. Flex will go down into sewers and hold down their back, and Team Tamilas with the smoke setup will go for an A push.
They're going in quite quickly, but with Vision coming out strong with the Sheriff and with the Firewall, is able to take down one. And they're going to be looking to push in. Flex takes one from the side, and he's going to be rushing back onto the side. But Rafa solo gets taken down by Quake with a well-placed headshot. And ladies and gentlemen, Jin answers back onto Vision though, and the spike has gone down 3 versus 3. Going into the post-plant scenario, Tag uses the teleport to get a front angle. Tries to go for the pre-fire, not going to be able to find it. But Gorong, he has the molly in hand. He's going to be able to find one. Paranoia does go out, does not connect yet. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be looking at a push from both sides. Flex takes down one onto Quake, and this is very much possible. Tag takes one on the Cruiser God. One member remaining. It's going to be Gorong going down. And ladies and gentlemen, Team Tamilas take round number round number 6 of the board. And we're going to be going into round number 7 with a 1-5 scoreline.
Go round for Team Villainous though, and they did really well to try to do some damage to Team Tamilas, but Team Tamilas able to just hold down the fort down at A side, able to make sure that they're constantly getting the trades, and then Flex coming up huge to get that opening kill meant that Tag and Jin able to flow out into sight and finish off that round for Team Tamilas. 5-1. Every single member of Team Tamilas really stepping up to the plate here, and that's exactly what I'm going to expect from Team Villainous going forward. I don't want to see a good performance from one member, not from 2 members. I want to see a good performance from every single member. Now, the Rolling Thunder will come out. The Earthquake will stop Team Villainous, but it will be Cruiser God getting the opening kill onto Rafa. And the orbital strike coming in from Gorong, delaying Team Tamilas even further. The flash will come out from Jin, the fort line as well, but a lot of utility being used here, meaning that Team Tamilas have nothing to push into sight. They're just trying to make some noise here though. They acknowledge they have a man down, Rafa is down, and they want to now rotate, but do a slow rotate to make sure they don't give away any information. Team Villainous though, being extremely disciplined, holding their positions.
Was such a good play from the side of Team Villainous to just completely deny any value coming out from the Rolling Thunder from the breach. They're going to be able to spot out one. Quake does see the potential pick that he can get on mid, tries to go in for the repeat, not able to find it, but they seem so split. They don't know which side to go. They are going to be faking out that A side push, but no one from the side of Team Villainous is buying, and they're holding their
30
positions. They're
seconds
holding
left.
strong, and with the cross coming out from Cruiser God and from Gorong. Cruiser God comes out on top. He's able to take down one on deflex. Jin answers back immediately on the Cruiser God with a well-placed headshot. Spike is going to be going down, but Gorong comes in from the side, going in for the swing, but Jin comes on top on that fight. Is able to take out Gorong, but gets tagged down to 65 HP, and this is a post-plant scenario, but with the Cypher lurking up from the garage angle, they're going to be playing out strong, and they're going to be playing in hard vision, using the running back, trying to find one, is not going to be able to find it, and this is very much possible for a win, and we're going to be seeing the showstopper come out from NXS, being able to take out Tag, and Quake answers back with another one, and everyone is just dead. And ladies and gentlemen, an amazing defensive round coming out from the side of Team Villainous, and they're able to hold it down really well.
I can see how important first bloods become, because even though Team TAMILAS are able to do really well in making their way onto side B, they don't have the manpower to be able to take control of side B. Vision with his running back, even though he doesn't get the frags, he's able to get vision of Tag and Jin, enabling NXS to just jump up in the air, fire in the hole literally, and take down Tag. Quake then following up with kills onto Jin and Stoner. When that is Villainous able to make it 2-5. Villainous coming up huge in their buy round, keeping their chances and their economy alive here. Jin and Flex though, they're leading the charge for Team TAMILAS. Really nice to see Jin really stepping up. A new member to Team TAMILAS, but has consistently shown his worth throughout the tournament. Now 5-2 for Team TAMILAS. They will be looked to push back this round or face damage to their economy if they're not able to. For Team Villainous, this round is all about stabilizing their economy and playing it as slow as possible.
Rafa getting that opening pick on the Quake, so means that the floodgates have been opened up, but Gorong, he's playing it so slow, he's playing it so patient, but when you have reaction speed as same as Rafa, nothing is gonna be saving you out. Cruiser God, he is on that he is a sitting duck on this angle, 23 HP, and he's gonna get caught out from the side as Rafa takes up another one for his side. Rafa running in front of Vision is not gonna spot him out, not gonna go in for the kill just yet. That's getting taken out. NXS though from the side tries to go in for a pick, but Jin is gonna come out on top as the spike is gonna go down, and this is a round for the side of Team TAMILAS, and they played it so well, they played it so perfectly. This attacking phase, just look at the precision coming out from Rafa, and he just showed up so much. 3 kills instantly, and he just got headshot after headshot. You have to give this man that credit.
Especially given the way he got first blood, just as the smoke going down, he's able to find Quake, take him down. Rafa doing extremely well, and this is what I mean. The first blood, the team that is able to find the first blood gets so much momentum in that round to be able to choose where they want to fight, and if that goes over to the defense, the attack is stopped in its tracks. If it goes over to the attack will suddenly have that knowledge that, hey, not only do we have a global man advantage, but we have that increased man advantage in the particular site that we want to push in. First blood so important for both teams, and the fact that Team TAMILAS is able to get it last round, make it 6-2. Now they have the tempo. Cruiser Guard, he is on the flank though here. This could end up being monumental, or if Team TAMILAS check their back, this could end up being first blood for Team TAMILAS. Team TAMILAS.
Oh no!
Will find one though, will not be taken down. Cruiser Guard not able to find the headshot, when that he's not able to fully capitalize on his flank, but does a significant bit of damage, makes it 4v4.
He makes it 4v4. If he just had a Phantom in that situation, that would have been so good. But we're going to be seeing Gorong and Rafa going in for this fight one more time, ladies and gentlemen. It seems like Rafa spots him out first. And the Frenzy, it's not going to deal enough damage to go in for a lot of these picks. Rafa jumping down onto the side. NX is trying to kill off one onto the clone. He's not going to be able to find one onto Rafa. He does get taken down, and ladies and gentlemen, it's just gonna be Quake on the flank trying to pick up a gun and save it for his name, and he's probably gonna hug the gun and make a run for it, or he's gonna go in for a play.
Quake, he's the last man standing, and if anyone was able to pull off the plays, would be Quake. Quake now throws out the dark cover, uses a shrouded step as a fake to throw off his positioning. Won't matter because Stoner with the perfect spy cam will be able to reveal his position. I really like that shrouded step from Quake, just sort of throwing off guard Team TAMILAS, but just one last man standing with the spike going down.
What the hell?
What he will be able to do is take down Rafa. Goes for another, but Tag will find his clone, take him down, set us up for 7-2 for Team TAMILAS. Now, The thing is, in map 2, Team TAMILAS, they took just as big a lead. They were 10-2, and they were able to make sure that they continuously just kept the pressure on to Team Villainous. But when the half switched, Team Villainous, they look like a team on fire. So for Team Villainous, this is about improving your 10-2 scoreline from map 2, trying to get to either 7-5 or 8-4, so you give yourselves that much better a chance in the second half. Team TAMILAS, with this breach pick, they look on point. They've come into the game with a plan, a strategy, and they're executing it to perfection.
Think of it like this when I tell you something. This is the defensive half on split. Team Villainous, known to be a very defensive-based team, and them losing this many rounds on defense, it's just going to be even more difficult to come back on the attacking half, especially when they have the double smoke on their side in comparison. But Rafa, he's just gonna be chilling out. He is the smoke criminal. I don't know who is the bigger smoke criminal. Is it gonna be Cruiser God or is it gonna be Rafa? Because Rafa pushes through his smoke so often, getting so many kills, and Cruiser God, he spots out one, he gets one on the flex, but he's able to get out of the way last second, and Vision tries to go in from the side. He's able to find Stoner right there, but it's not gonna be enough. Flex answers back on the Cruiser God, and Gorong is the only one remaining. The trusty old Brimstone main. He wants to find a pick. He knows for a fact that Tag is just gonna be chilling. He is slowly creeping up onto the side, but Jade answers back so well with a well-placed headshot to take down Gorong. And that is how, ladies and gentlemen, we went up to already 8-2. And Team Villain is being on the defensive round. They're losing so much. And will they be able to take it back on the attacking half?
Team Villainous, like this is what we were saying. I think they're definitely capable of pulling off a comeback, but for against Team TAMILAS, against a top tier team, you don't want to give them that extra bit of advantage. For Team Villainous, I just want to see at least 2 more rounds in the next 2 rounds that we have available. I want to see them being able to pick both of those rounds, especially considering that this is their semi-bye round. Winning this round will give them such a big tempo advantage. Now, Villainous, they went for the mid rush, but TAMILAS expecting it went safe. The Omen ultimate will get a bit of information for Team Villainous, but will not get much else. Now, TAMILAS, they're choosing to just play it extremely slow, rotate on to mid, and then eventually on to what I assume will be a slight A push. Now with Team Villainous going on to A, it'll be Quake getting that opening kill onto Rafa from mid, holding it down for Team Villainous, makes it 5v4.
Cover going out.
Again, 5v4 indeed, and they do have mid control on their favor, so they either go onto this A side or the B side. They go on for the very rapid A push, but they're making so much noise. But Vision with the run it back spots out one. He's able to get a little bit of burn damage with Flex. If he pushes up like this, he could either make it or break it, and he does break it instead. And with NXS with his trusty Sheriff able to clean out to Team Villainous, winning out this eco round. It's gonna shift the tempo so heavily. 3-8 is the scoreline. They played it so well. They played it so safe, and they played the mind games, ladies and gentlemen. They went for a fake push onto the mid side. They used their footsteps. They just tried to run in, and they ran it back, and they walked back instead at the very last second. And this changes the entirety of the momentum shift. And this just goes to show Valorant is the mental game that I keep on telling it out to be. The more you play smart, the more you get into your opponent's head, the more you use the same strat over and over again. You sometimes force your opponents to think that, okay, they're trying that strat again, but at the same time, you switch up your strats mid-game, and it just completely throws them off guard. And Team TAMILAS are in a scenario like that where they got caught off guard, and this just goes to show Team Villainous, they are so fast when it comes to the adaptation. 3-8 though is the scoreline. I know that they're adapting. I know that they are becoming the team that we want them to be in this map of Split, but with so many rounds going down, this is just going to be so hard to come forward into the next half. Last round though, moving forward, we're going to be watching Vision hold the curveball in his hand. Gonna opt to go for a pick, but Rafa does take him down with a well-placed headshot, and they have mid control once more.
5v3 5v4 for Team Tamilas. This last round so important. Team Villainous, they got a ton of momentum in that last round, being able to win that round. Not just win the eco round, but win it flawlessly. But once again, this is why, and I really don't want to sound like a stuck recording, but first bloods, they're so damn important. Quake getting that first blood last round when the Villainous closed out this round.
30
this time
seconds
it's
left.
Tamilas who got the first blood, but the Rolling Thunder from Jin will come out for A. It's Cruiser God who will be able to get that kill onto Jin though. Scratch that, and except 2 kills holding down Heaven will make it a lead for Team Villainous. Tag gets a return kill though, and now Tag and Rafa holding it down from A side. Tag will go for the plant, and Rafa will cover his back. All 3 members of Villainous now making their way. Rafa gets tagged really low, but will not get taken down. Rafa looks for the first after misses, goes for the second, and is not able to take down Gorong. Gorong holding it down from Heaven makes it 8-4 for Team Villainous. Huge plays. Magic number 4 is here. Now it's just a matter of making the attacking side work.
Switching
I
sides.
honestly believe that now that they have the momentum shift, they have the tempo advantage to their side, they're going to be able to. For sure. Team Villainous are such a team. When we see them have the momentum plays, when we see them win multiple rounds, they love to snowball their aggression. They love to take a lot of these long-range engagements. They love to take a lot of these drawn-out fights when it comes to the fact that when they have the confidence, they can do pretty much anything. But Team TAMILAS as well, they are really good at adapting, and we have not seen them play on split that often, and how they play this defense is going to show us how much they have improved as a team and what they're going to be bringing down to the table. Because split, a map where defense is really difficult, but with a breach on your side, you have a lot of stall potential.
Now 5v5. Second half will start here. Vision will get that first blood onto Stoner with that headshot. Vision coming up huge to get his team the first blood. Villainous though, they're spreading out. They're taking mid control and now looking to push into B. Flex holding down B. Heaven though will take down NXS, and Jin holding down B side will take down Vision. Turn the tables, flip the script back into Team Tamilas' side. 4v3 now, and Villainous, they're looking to rotate onto A, but Team Tamilas, they've held their positions, and Tag and Rafa, they're already in A.
They're already in A, and ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be one of those defensive rounds. 4 versus 2 moving forward, and Cruiser God having some technical difficulties on his side. Does get disconnected, and Gorong chilling out on the back angle, trying to deal some damage, waiting for his teammate to come back, but with all of the mollies going through, this round does go in the favor for the side of Team TAMILAS. 1 versus 4 is the situation, and Gorong needs to try and make a
30
play
seconds left.
if he has any chance of doing anything. Rafa chilling on the right-hand side corner, probably going to catch Gorong off guard. If Gorong is not going to be able to find it, headshot does connect, but Rafa's ghost just deals way too much damage for his side. He's going to be able to find it, and Cruiser got with the disconnect, 14 seconds remaining on the clock, and Team TAMILAS take round
10
number 9
seconds
in
left.
their favor.
Like Team Tamilas, while they're able to take the pistol round, what I really like about this pistol round, they'll be able to take down Cruiser God, finish off this round. What I really like about this pistol round is the fact that Team Tamilas, they seem to understand exactly how Team Villainous' comp works. When you have double smokes in your comp, you cannot afford to ever not be taking mid control, because for you to be taking mid control becomes so easy because of your ability to just use one Omen smoke close off that mid side, use one Brimstone smoke close off B Heaven, and suddenly you can choose wherever you want to go. Team Tamilas, they understand that. They're like, yeah, that's completely true. Mid control contesting against double smokes is a bit hard. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take a step back. We're gonna play extremely defensively in A Heaven and B Heaven and let them come to us, because our aim is on point. When they flow into the site, it will be head after head after head going down for Team Villainous, and Team Tamilas able to come out on top now. Cruiser God was not able to participate in that round, so we'll have to see. For me, what will really end up mattering is the third round, the buy round. And while it's really good for Team Tamilas to be taking more of a lead, the buy round win is what will end up deciding the tempo of the second half.
The buy round wins are gonna be what sets the tempo, but it's gonna be 10-4. And see, I don't need to tell you how much pressure this puts on the side of Team Villainous to try and not lose any more rounds moving forward. We have seen them come back from a 10-2 up to a 10-10, And then it's a 15-13 win for the side of Team Tamilas. They needed to fight so much to try and close out that map. But on a map such as Split, knowingly Team Villainous, they don't really have such a strong history when it comes to Split, in my opinion, at least from what I know. And Team Tamilas, they are a team that adapts quickly, they learn really quickly, and when it comes to being in one of those bad situations, they are the one to come out on top in almost every single scenario. What do you think is going to be coming out coming out from the team side of Team Villainous?
The really interesting and curious thing is that Team Villainous, they picked this map, and in terms of history, in terms of Series 1, Series 2 and 3, Team Tamilas, they've always felt a bit uncomfortable on this map because of their inability to play the breach. But this is what I like about Team Tamilas. They constantly adapt, they constantly learn, and they overcome despite all odds. Jin on this breach coming up huge. Tag holding down the angle will find 2 kills. Villainous, they went for the A side eco rush, but they were more down. And this is what I mean. Like, from the way Team Tamilas, they adopted the velocity comp of sorts, like in Haven, making Haven one of their best maps and adopting it in and sort of tailoring it to their own playstyle. Now they've adopted this breach and they've tailored it to how they like to play. Team Tamilas, always a team that is working off camera to better themselves, and I love that in any team.
You gotta love that on any team. But Eric says, and this guy, like Rafa is like the top fragger. He's like, I am the god, I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna take your head off. And Eric is like, oh, just shut up. He just like flick away. He just flicks his mouse and Rafa just goes back out of his monitor. He feels it out of his monitor and jumps back out of his chair. That is how strong that headshot was coming out from his side. NXS being able to take 1 kill for his side and does get a little bit of extra money to go in with the Sheriff. But this is the buy round coming out from both sides. 10-4 is the scoreline. They need to try and win this. Otherwise, Team Villainous, they're just going to be put into such a deep gutter and they're going to have no money to fight with.
This is the buy round, so important. Rafa with the op will not land the first shot, goes for the extra peek though and will get taken down by Gorong. That's gonna end up being a really expensive loss for the side of Team Tamilas. Now Flex and Jin, they're holding this down. Flex will not find that kill. Instead, Flex will find that kill. X is finding one on the flip side though. Gorong with the return kill on Flex makes it 4v2 for Villainous. And for Team Villainous, this is their buy round. For Team Tamilas, they haven't invested as much into this round. So for them, this is about causing as much damage as they can to Villainous's economy. Just Tag and Stoner left on the board. Villainous doing really well to get the spike planted. Stoner will get that first kill. Stoner with the second. Stoner fighting back from the We've seen this from Stoner. He's gonna make it go all the way. No. Pulls up after how
Oh my god!
Onto Gorong. Oh my god! Stoner and Tag came up huge that round.
Stoner's taking a book, Stoner's taking a leaf out of like Cruiser God's book, because what was that? I can't even speak. That play was so incredible. He played it so well. He played it so smart. He is the smoke criminal, ladies and gentlemen. Moving forward, it seems like everyone in this set is a goddamn smoke criminal. They're pushing these smokes. They have no respect, and Gorong being so far away gets taken down by attack coming up top, and Stoner played his cards so well as Gorong was running up. He made so much noise, and that did really come in their favor. And ladies and gentlemen, this is the 11th round for the side of Team Tamilas, and they need to try and close it out. There's not much money to work with at all for the side of Team Villainous, and they need to start pushing. They need to try and press their advantage as much as they can, because ladies and gentlemen, otherwise it's gonna go to match point, and again, you're not gonna have a lot of money to work with once more.
24, Rafa will find the first blood onto Cruiser God. Rafa will get flashed off, pulls off the Blade Storm, jumps up in the air, gets taken down by Quake instantly though. Tag with the return kill, avenges his teammate, but Vision will find that kill onto Tag to avenge his own. Now Flex holding it down. Flex will find the headshot onto NXS, give Team Tamilas a man advantage in this round. Jin uses the front line to enable a push from Team Tamilas here. The spike is planted for Villainous, so Tamilas need to go, and go they are. Flex with the showstopper will get mowed down by Gorong. Gorong holding down the fort for Team Villainous, refusing to die down. Jin will find that kill onto Vision. It's 2v1, it's Jin and Stoner, and Gorong, last man standing, 13 HP left for him, will get taken down. Gorong, a commendable effort by him to pull it back. But for me, the X factor, the clutch plays in this map has been Tag and Jin. Tag with just his fresh energy coming into this matchup with so much just in his ability to just make things completely new and bring a fresh face to the side of Villainous, constantly surprise them. And Jin with the breach, so on point for Team TAMILAS, constantly getting the right flashes, the right fault line. 12-4 now for Team TAMILAS. They lost the first map, they almost lost the second map, but they are the comeback kings, and now they're looking to come back all the way to the low bracket finals in this match point.
They want to go in there and they have the potential. Just look at the fact, one agent change and this entirely threw off Team Villainous off the board. They thought that, okay, Team TAMILAS, this is just going to be such an easy one for us because we have the potential, we have the side, we have an Nexus, we have Cruiser God, they're getting those double dings off, and we have Gorong on the side as well, pushing up, taking one on the Jin. But just as I was saying, Team Villainous, they have the potential on their side, but you cannot pull off these X-Factor plays that are coming out from Team TAMILAS. They're playing it so well, they're always going to be playing it together, but just as I said, Flakes takes one, he's going to try to get another one onto his clone, he's not going to be able to find it as NXS comes out on top with a Sheriff this time around. So it's either go for a save, or it's either go in or go out. Stoner needs to try and go for this push, but I think he's probably just gonna try to go for these exit frags because in a 1 versus 4 scenario, when you are the Cypher, it's gonna be really difficult to clutch up.
1 versus 4 for Stoner, but Stoner, he can definitely do this now. He hears the noise of Vision going down in the sewers, will not choose to chase, rightfully so, instead making his way onto A heaven. Stoner, he's just gonna lurk here, try to find some exit frags for himself, go for the save, because Team TAMILAS, they have 8 match points in a row for themselves. They will lose this, which will make it 7 match points, but Team Villainous, they're doing extremely well to fight back. They're able to take site A control, able to get his blood, and then take advantage in the entire round, make it 12-5. They need to do this in 7 rounds more after this round, back to be able to push us to overtime. We've seen them do this though on map 2. They went from 10-2 all the way to 12-12 to push us to overtime. So Villain is definitely capable of this. We'll have to see if they can consistently keep doing it on Split.
On Split, a map where I said that Team TAMILAS would have the upper hand because they had the breach, because they had a fresh new face. A lot of the strategies like Tag brings down to the table is going to be very fundamentally different from anything that they brought out on the previous first 2 maps. And this fresh new face just goes to show what a team can do if they just switch it up a lot. And Team Villainous, they are adapting really quickly, but they adapted maybe a bit too late. This is match point. 5 rounds on the board for their side. They don't have a lot of breathing room. 1 mistake and snap, it's all over. They need to play their cards right, but with NXS going in so fast, he's just gonna be taken down and none of his team members are gonna be coming down with him. Rafa takes one on the Vision. Cruiser God answers back, but Stoner answers back onto his score, taking him down. And ladies and gentlemen, this is just Quake and Gorong on the side. Scratch that. Gorong is dead, and it's just Quake in a 1v4. He's trying to spray him down. Takes out Stoner, but with a fault line coming out, he's gonna get taken down. Jit closes it out with a 3K. And ladies and gentlemen, Team TAMILAS are gonna be moving on to the lower bracket finals. An expertly well played game from both of these teams. But Team TAMILAS, with that change up, with that switch up, with that agent pick, and with that breach, are able to close it out. Well played coming out from both sides, and I loved every single minute of it.
Was a phenomenal set of 3 matches from both teams on point. Rafa with the 269 ACS, 18 kills, he will pick up MVP. But if you look at that board, you see that for the side of Team Villainous, their own duel is not too far behind, but right behind that, Jin and Tag. Jin on the breach, so instrumental in picking up this map for Team TAMILAS. Team TAMILAS, as you said, they're moving on to the lower bracket finals now. We'll take a second, talk about not just this map, but the entire series with the Relive the Moment brought to you by Ideapad Gaming 3 Notebook, powered by Ryzen 4000 series processors, perfect for gaming and multitasking. Aggressive, just give us your thoughts on how the series went off, because that was intense.
That was intense, and I will have to say, Team TAMILAS, they grew so much as a team. And Team Villainous, I thought that the revenge story was gonna be coming true, but Team TAMILAS just showed that even if our players are gonna have a bad day, we have that backup. We always have the potential on our side. And Tag, being on those sick days, he was able to come back so strongly on map 3. He was able to give his team a new form of energy. He brought in that new phase, new strats, new everything. And people say that changing one player does nothing, but in this case, Tag, he just came in and completely shifted the entire momentum of Team TAMILAS. They went from being a very close team where Team Villainous, they were like trading blow for blow, to being such a dominant force, making it 12-5 from the other rounds where they had a 15-13. They were able to close it out, and this is where the stamina came into play. Going into the third match, everyone from the side of Team Villainous has to be tired. They have to be feeling the mental pressure, and there was nothing to alleviate it. And when the rounds were getting so close, going up to a 12-5, it just got even worse. And Team TAMILAS were able to capitalize on this, and they played it so well for their side.
Definitely, Team TAMILAS able to maintain their advantage, maintain their strength, and make sure that they're the ones taking him down. Tag coming in just looked as good as Zoid did, and that's a scary thought for any team going up to Team TAMILAS, because as you mentioned, if one player has an off day, will bring in the other, and the team not at all affected by it, because the coordination and synergy exists for the entire roster, not just the 5-man squad playing on that particular day. Team TAMILAS, with that map win on Split, will take down Team Villainous, deny Team Villainous their revenge, and go on to the low bracket finals. For TAMILAS especially, this was them improving on their series to finish, now making it onto the low bracket finals on their quest to crown themselves as our new champion. We'll see if they're able to pull it off. That though wasn't the end of the action for the day. You had one amazing series come, but today is revenge day, and you have another amazing series coming between
The big boys
Gaming and Global Esports. That is going to be intense. So while we set up for that, make sure you check out the links in the description below. Make sure you check out the discounts that we have available for you. Massive discounts on LG Ultragear monitors. Now, make sure you also like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell to get constant updates of all our action. We're going to take a small break, set ourselves up for the second series set to come at 8 p.m. And we'll see you there with the LG Ultragear TEC Challenger Series 2, powered by Ideapad Gaming and AMD, with ACT as our fiber sponsor and AFK Gaming as our media partner. See you with Rebellious and Global.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. Let's make the most of this night. Come on, baby, take my hand. And we don't need to do the things we